We start our journey in the city of Faln, largest coastal city in the Empire of Assaria. Some of you brought here by chance, some of you brought here because you wanted to, some of you had to do some work. We're going to have to go person by person for a little bit through the beginning.
Drop your mic.
Oh, I had an itch on my cheek under it.
Nice.
Right. We will start... Who do I want to start with? I'm going to start with the dwarf and get him his lazy ass out of the way.
Jolly, I'm dwarf. I'm playing Drochul Thunder Mountain.
Yeah. I love this name.
Yeah, it's fun.
Right.
I am a barbarian now.
I'm a barbarian.
That's right. Drochul's from a village called Vernfalder? I can't even say my own village name. Vernfalder. It's from this land. It's a ways away. I've traveled far. The village I'm from was attacked and burned down. There's nobody left. There's nothing for me to go back for. So now I just wander. I keep with me just what I could carry. I didn't leave a home to go back to. I've just wandered to this place. I have no real reason for being here. And I'm not very happy, I'm a barbarian at all.
Grumpy man. All right. Well,
That sounds like Jolly. Just wanders
your
here.
story starts in a pub.
Am I getting drunk? Roll the dice to see if I'm getting drunk.
Yes, you are getting drunk.
What's my drunken level?
You're working on it.
Okay, I'm working on it.
Through the night, you're having a decent time drinking and sharing stories. Eventually, a man in a gray cloak approaches you and challenges you to a drinking contest. Through this contest, eventually, you black out.
But I'm so good at drinking.
Again, you blacked out.
That man's amazing.
You come to in... Sorry, I got booped. You come to in a prison cell.
Oh, that's not good.
Slightly hungover. Groggy as hell. There's another man in the cell with you. Big, burly man. Smells god-awful. Eventually, a man, followed by a couple guards, comes to you and has you chained and escorted out to a wagon. You are then driven to a very, fancy-looking place for you. There's cobblestones, smooth paths, large staircase leading up to a magnificent fountain.
Picket fence.
Painted white.
Picket fence painted white roses.
Yeah. Fucking wife's obviously loves the garden.
Trimmed hedges.
You are brought here and brought out and are stood next to the cart. And as you're standing there, some time passes. More time passes.
Starting to feel like luggage.
The sun is starting to rise higher and higher in the sky. And then you start to notice people around you as you're coming out of your groggy state.
Do I notice anybody that doesn't look like a potato?
Most of them don't look like potatoes.
Well, that's just confusing.
A few more guards. A strange person wearing dark armor with red hair is across the way. There's awkwardly happy-looking half-elf with a bow slung across his back, just kind of standing around waiting for something to happen. And kind of sulking in the back, leaning against one of the pillars, is a very pale-faced man with white hair, wearing a long coat. Next on this list, we're going to start Razor's story.
Oh boy.
You work around Fulham most of your life. You do a lot of hunting out in the woods and selling of pelts and meat inside the city. One night after sharing a few rounds with some people at the pub, collecting all your wares from the market, and heading home, there's a man wearing a gray cloak standing on your porch. You recognize him as one of the Watchers, the close personal guard of the leader of the city of Fulham.
Sorry, just to clarify, did you say Witcher?
Watchers.
Watcher, okay.
And he instructs you to be at the courtyard of the palace at dawn. Nothing more. Be there.
Or be square.
Or be square.
Anything I should bring?
He just keeps walking.
Have
It's
fun
fine,
with
do
that.
that way. Don't blame me for the kitchen sink.
I feel like this is the sassiest I've ever heard Razor get.
Fantastic.
Sass attack.
Fine, do that way.
Morning comes around, you gather what you expect to possibly need when one of the high-ranking guards of the city tells you to go do something.
I can't forget my fidget spinners.
So before dawn, you're up. You're always up a little before dawn. You pack your stuff, and you walk to the courtyard of the palace, wherein you walk up as a wagon is pulling in, full with a dwarf who looks a little drunk, maybe a little hungover, wrapped up in chains.
I don't know, dude. If I passed out from drinking, I'm probably like leaned over the cart, like in that I'm gonna hurl
They
state.
just kicked you out of the back of the wagon anyway.
Hold my hair back.
Hold my beard back.
God, Jesus.
I'm just picturing it. It makes it funnier.
Spoof, anything specific you would like to share about your character?
Not particularly.
That you can share. Nothing?
That I can share. I'm in dark clothing.
Dark clothing.
Ooh, mysterious.
Got a hood on. That's about all really going on, you know. Minding my own business.
Mind your own business. Well, you had business to conduct in the city of Fulham. It's going to take about a week. The day after you finish your duties, you're going to rest at your safe place, because there's safe spaces here. When you enter your safe space, there's a man sitting in your chair wearing a gray cloak. You instantly recognize him as one of the Watchers of the city, and even then recognize him as Marcus. His name is Marcus. He is the second in command of the Watchers and has a mean right hook.
Oof.
He personally trained you at one point in hand-to-hand combat. He approaches you and
Hell do you
asks
want?
for your assistance. I have a job for you.
What job?
The Lord needs your assistance.
There better be some corn.
The pay will be more than enough. If you're interested, be at the courtyard of the palace at dawn. That's all I have to share.
I'll sleep on it.
And then
I'd
he
be
leaves.
that way. That's all I can think. Sorry.
Now, is there anything that Svein would like to share about your character? You can share as much as you want.
See, I guess I
knows your character already.
Well, I mean, they know like my class and whatnot, but they don't really know much of my background.
Right. So you don't need to share that.
Yeah, I'll just.
Unless you want to.
No, I'm kind of just like Spoof, I guess. Fucking duck, clothes, and a hood.
Oh.
Are we all in the same area?
I got a pale face, crimson eyes, and long white hair. That's concealed by the hood, obviously, but.
But I mean, are we all in the same area, kind of?
Same
You're
town.
all going to be in the same city.
Yeah.
Other than that, I guess you'll just have to learn as we play.
Mm-hmm. Well, you were brought to this town of some sort of devices.
Wait, what?
Visions you have received in your dreams.
Wet dreams.
You've had these visions before, and you know them to be something that you most likely need to do.
Okay.
They showed you the city of Foam and a certain room in an inn. You go there, and after a few days, one night as you're resting, you wake up, and standing above you is a man wearing a gray cloak, holding a wooden stake above the center of your chest.
I'm just gonna sit in silence and stare, I guess. What the fuck can I do?
Do whatever you want.
I suggest saying wait.
Whoa!
Can I help you?
That's not my character, though.
No.
I'm looking at his face. Does he
Lurch my body into the stake?
No. Does he appear like
He looks
aggressive and ill intent, or is he just trying to
looks
be
like
intimidating?
You would need to roll an investigation check.
Fuck.
Insight this from him, or even an insight check. Make a check.
What do I roll? Because I'm
D20 plus your insight.
D20 plus my insight, which is 1.
Enjoy.
Only got D20 out. Said.
See, that was
8.
8. From what you can tell, he is holding back from attacking you, but has a look of 110% I will do this if I have to. He says,
You best get that out of my face. Fuck.
Fuck. It's an insurance policy. We, the Grey Watch, and the leader of this fine city, have use of a man of your unorthodox talents.
What do you mean exactly?
We know what you are and where to get you.
And how could you possibly know this? I've been secluded for the last 100 or so years.
We have our ways.
We're not called the Watchers for nothing.
I'm just going to sit in silence then. Hear what he has to say.
Come to the palace courtyard at dawn. You know the rest. He then vanishes from your sight.
Okay.
And then you hear running on the roof.
Okay. Is there a window in my room?
Yes.
What time of day is it?
It is the middle of the night.
Alright, I want to look at the window and see which direction he goes. Or at least see if I can see him.
You stick your head out the window and turn it would be your left. And you see him running across the top of the roof, and then he vanishes again.
Vanishes as in, like...
Poof.
Poof?
As in poof. You catch a glimpse of something appearing at the edge of the shadows of an alley and sprinting down it.
I want to follow.
Okay.
I'm not taking this too far. I just want to see where he goes.
Go as far as you want. You jump down, just leap out the window.
Yeah.
And just leap out and Superman the floor. This is middle of the road.
I mean, I can fucking do it.
Fucking do it. You jump out of the window. You'd have to make an acrobatics check to land well.
Let's see here. Where's my acrobatics? Acrobatics is I got a 3. So let's see here. We got a 13 total.
You land perfectly well. You take off running after the man. You turn up the alley. Being able to see in the dark perfectly aids a lot in this.
Yep.
You see him turn the corner. You turn the corner, and he is not there.
No sign at all, like no trace.
What is your passive perception?
My passive perception is 11.
11. You can make out the sounds of someone running on a roof, which would be 2 or 3 streets over. By now.
You know what? Fuck it. It's not worth it at this point. I'm just gonna go wait the night out, I guess, until dawn.
Alright.
I also don't want to hold anybody else up here with my stupid little shenanigans.
Shenanigans are fun.
I did that last time, though, with my rogue, and it was annoying for everybody.
Yeah, but we were all not in the same room.
Anywho.
Dawn breaks. Everyone shows up at the palace courtyard. I'm assuming.
I mean, I'm not going to be in the courtyard. I'm going to be, like, off to the side, in the shadows.
Off to the side, leaning against the pillar.
I just happen to be here.
I'm just here.
Are you just, like, still in the spot when they kicked you off the wagon?
Probably. I am bent over something, trying not to hurl. Like, that's been my whole afternoon. I drank too much.
Whole afternoon. It's dawn. It's my whole afternoon.
This is my whole afternoon. That's right.
Yesterday's afternoon.
No.
This is my whole morning.
No.
It's one hell of a hangover.
I mentioned I can drink a lot.
I can drink a lot.
You get out drank. Must not be worth it.
That's what I was saying, dude. That guy must be a master.
Is he?
I don't know if he outdrank me. He sure fucking is it, or he tainted it.
Alright, well...
Either way, he got me.
Got him!
You got me.
After a few minutes of you all being there, you see a few guards come down the main stairs past the fountain and proceed to the stairwell that is right in front of you there. Following them a little bit later is a woman wearing, awkwardly enough, looking very formal, but for a woman wearing pants. Women don't usually wear pants. A nice flowing jacket. Nice flowing jacket. She has a scimitar strapped to her hip.
Let's not catcall the chick with the scimitar.
Dude, I tell you.
Well, as you're halfway through hurling?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm a real lady pleaser.
Just under the wheel.
You almost don't hear the rainbows.
My name's Drotul.
Just fucking throwing up rainbows.
My name's Drool Tool. She walks to the bottom of the stairs. She beckons you all to come closer.
I want to stay where I'm at.
I'm gonna stay back a little ways, within listening distance, but...
Is
there any guard near me?
Yes, there's a man standing there holding your chains
Yeah, I'd be like,
with
hey,
his
this,
firm
no, I-
forearm against the side of your face, up near the side of your face to push it out of the way if in case of hurlage.
okay, well, I point at her like she wants something.
She wants something. He does not say anything to you.
Can I try to identify this woman, like a way to identify this woman from this distance?
You have not spent much time in the city. You come down every once in a while if you need materials or something, food, building materials, things like that. You've never personally seen her. As you're, sizing her up, she introduced herself as the leader of the city of Fall. Her name is Ramana Shirat. That's spelled, if anybody's taking notes.
Nope.
Ramanashirat? What?
Yeah.
Romanov.
Ramen. Ramen.
Ramen. I'll put it here.
Fine, yeah.
Boop. Ramana Shirat.
Ramanashirat, okay.
I know each and every one of you fairly well. Some of you not as much as I would like. But I do know your skills. And I have a need for those skills. You see, the city garrison is dealing with an increased threat of the indigenous population of the kingdom. I have to increase the amount of patrols to keep this threat at bay, which means I do not have the men to spare for this job. I had Marcus here personally seek out the four of you for this. Now, I missed a page. Too far.
Fine.
Shit.
Do I recognize this person more than she
You-
would just?
Know her a little bit more than most of the people here. Give me a history check if you want to know what that information might be. History of 19. Wow.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
Just like it was yesterday.
Look at you, Mr. Artisan.
Yeah. Ramana Shirat. Oh God, where'd I put that?
Oh man, that's cool. How'd you do?
Is
it?
not a native to the
You just click the skill thing on your character card if you have it filled out.
Go to your character sheet. It's great. You're welcome. I filled that out for you.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks really rough. Thank you.
This down on all these other lovely pages of notebooks here. And I lost it.
So how far away am I from her at this point? I guess how close is she? Because I guess I stayed where I was at. So
Where you're at, you're probably a good within hearing distance of her, giving this talk. She's not talking very softly, but not very loudly. So probably within a good 40 feet. Ramana Shirat, non-native to the country of the Empire of Assaria, is actually from the country of Arkek across the sea. It is mostly a desert planet. Watching too much Dragon Ball Z lately. Desert country. Where everyone either learns how to fight and survive or how to steal to survive. She came to this country, to Assaria, saw an opportunity, and worked or killed her way to the top here.
Okay.
She begins kind of pacing in a little small kind of circle. Ooh, athletics check. 7.
Sorry.
What are you doing?
Just trying to stand up. Did I stand?
No, it was a 7.
Yeah.
She mentions the court wizard of the Emperor Septimus has been in town for a while.
Who?
The court wizard of the Emperor of Assaria, Septimus.
Okay.
Yeah, very Romanesque. Was investigating some dealings going on in the swamp. Most likely the cause of this influx of problems in her kingdom. His party has been overdue for a few days, and I need you to go fetch him for me. His name is Adorian Corster.
Oh, air.
So we're not going across the sea or anything crazy like that, are we?
No.
It's in this land. Okay.
Just a couple days drive.
Drive.
Why are you getting
As she is discussing the court wizard coming and going out to check this, you see a small bouncing figure coming down the main stairs, carrying what looks like a large satchel and an unwieldy pile of books. As she reaches the last few steps, she tumbles down and makes a loud ruckus. Rodamina turns around, sees this, just... Since he's been gone, I've been having to deal with his apprentice. She collects herself and approaches the group, comes down the stairs. Rodamina introduces her. This is Helen von Muslin, apprentice to the High Court wizard, Adorian Corster. She will be accompanying you on this mission, as will a few of my guards, those which I can spare. Any questions?
What's the guards' names?
God damn.
It's an important question.
Better question, are you cognitive tough to remember?
I gotta know who to yell out when they're dying.
I guess I actually have one. Like a real one.
Oh boy. Yeah, because I don't.
When you say indigenous population, what do you mean?
I assumed people. It's people, right?
Ogres, giants, goblins.
Because orcs
Really
is
just
my trigger word.
Things that I haven't hunted in years.
There are a few orcs roaming around. Nothing, no big bands or anything like they have up in the north. But there are a few.
I want to know why the dwarf is here and chained up.
I want to know why the dwarf is here and chained up.
Well, as I said before, you all have a set of skills that together I believe will get this done.
Skills? What skills could he possibly have? And I'm pointing at the dwarf.
As far as I can tell, he's chained. He can't do much right
Got
now.
me on an off day.
Got me on enough to. I mean, you could do something tough.
Something tough.
You want me to do something tough? What should I do that's tough?
I don't know.
I'm going to do like a strength check.
Is he still laying on the ground? Because if he's still laying on the ground, I'm going to help him drag his ass up. Because I'm not going to waste any time dealing with interlopers and people who don't take this job seriously.
So, it's a dwarf who's been kind of doubled over in just pure oof.
So
You kind of walk over and kind of stand him up, put a hand on his chest. Off of the roof overhead of where the pillars Faststock are leaning upon jumps down Marcus, who then kind of gives Vastok a cheeky grin and a wink as he turns around and then walks over to the dwarf, hands you a cup, and says, "Drink this up. It'll counteract the sedatives I put in your drink last night."
Oh, I slurped that shit down.
After a couple
I love how trusting you are.
Fantastic.
He drugged you. You got more drink?
This is terrible. Worst hangover I've had.
After a few minutes, you feel fine.
Okay, fantastic.
I'm gonna
I mean,
get
they come here to offer me a job, so
Yeah,
I
so-
like
the
my
last
guard
time
is
this
down.
happens.
My guard is down to that.
The
You
guard
don't just
sitting next to you.
drug someone and then offer them a job just to poison them.
The guard standing next to you undoes your chains, motions to the guard still in the carriage, who then hands down you a crate full of your gear.
So wait, is he naked this whole time?
He's wearing
Whatever I was wearing at the bar.
tops and bottoms.
Just a loincloth.
They didn't throw me out of the bar, I hope. I don't remember. Like, it was... So, like, then I turn to whoever threw me the antidote and I say round 2 is going to be next time.
Next time,
No funny business.
I'll gladly accept.
I walk back to
And
where I
then-
was, just shaking my head.
Buffoons.
Gonna be one of those tasks.
But yeah, I'm going to strap
I'm going.
up, get my gear on,
Get your
ready
gear
to
out.
go. Because now I feel
There
good.
you go. The guards assigned to assist you will be at the west gate in 3 hours. Do anything you need to do to prepare and meet them there.
I want to wave Marcus over to me real quick. Speak to him privately.
Marcus approaches you, keeping, an arm's length.
So, if you knew exactly what I am, why are you not hunting me?
Boss said not to. She wants to use you, which means I want to use you.
Phrasing, boom.
Hey.
I don't say that.
Jesus.
Good run last night.
Eh. I could have followed.
We'll have a nice jog later. Maybe when you get back.
You say so.
Alrighty. So can we, like, prepare for our...
Prepare, get something in your bellies, whatever you need to do. Whatever you want to do. You got
Take
3
a short
hours.
rest.
You're all at full hit points. And
I don't have any
everything.
spells, and I don't have any sword, but
No, you don't get any
rest
spells back.
sounds great.
I'm gonna get everything in the kitchen sink. You guys meet me there. I'm gonna go there.
I would like to find some more throwing daggers. I only have 2. I'd like to at least find
Fantastic.
6 or
That'd be
7
sure.
more.
Okay. With your dealings in the city, you easily find a shop that will sell daggers that are almost perfectly balanced for throwing.
I have about 15 gold right now.
Wait, why do you only have 15?
Yeah, should probably have more than that.
I've got like 145.
It's just all I have. I'm supposed to have more. I guess I can have more. I'm not going to complain, but
44 times 10.
It'll be 440.
He's a rich motherfucker.
yeah. All right.
Okay.
Just
With these
a
being specially balanced daggers, they're going to cost you about 4 gold apiece.
Okay.
So make sure you mark that off. Anything else?
6. So I'm going to say 6.
Fantastic.
I mean, I guess I kind of want to see if I could potentially. I know it's a rare thing. I can't remember exactly what we decided on, but I want to see if I can maybe track down ammunition. If not ammunition, at least the materials to craft more.
You, having dealing with your weapon of choice, have the means to make your own ammunition. Very easy, just a small ball smelter you melt metal down into, and a small forming piece.
About for the propellant.
Propellant, be a little more difficult to find. You could mix your own, but that would take time.
Longer than 3 hours.
It's
probably.
hard to find around here. Not terribly hard, but it's expensive. How much are you looking at getting?
I guess. Let's see here. I've got 30 rounds right now. Well, I guess first off, I would need to actually get the material, the tools. I would, be able to make smelt the stuff down and form the balls.
With how you've been and how this came about, you would already have the means to make your own balls.
Yeah, if they're like musket balls, it doesn't take much.
Yeah, just some soft metal and like a small thing to put on a fire.
Yeah, bullet molds.
Okay.
Those are actually
Pretty
tiny.
simple. It just takes a lot of time to make them.
I don't have that in my inventory, but
Yeah. Pretend it's there.
and it's there. How much would it weigh?
For the whole set, probably pounds.
How many pounds?
I'd say about 4 pounds. It's going to be
Alright.
made of some pretty heavy metal.
I guess I want to try to find some raw metal or whatever, just to melt down into the balls. Enough
Right.
that I could potentially make, I guess, maybe up to 30 more, or maybe 15, I don't know, I guess.
Well, the balls are pretty easy. It's the propellant. It's hard to
Sure,
tell.
it's going to be the hardest.
I just want to get the materials on me.
With finding a blacksmith is easy. Them having ingots of spare metal, pretty easy to come by. I will say 1 ingot would get you about 10 bullets.
And how much does each ingot weigh and cost?
Weight for an ingot of lead. Let's see.
Oh boy.
I'm going to make something up for that.
I'm just gonna Google it.
Lead ingot. As far as cost goes, relatively cheap. Metal is fairly cheap. Roughly, probably, depending on the market, 10, 15 gold. He's going to charge you 12.
12 gold per ingot, okay. And the weight?
Weight. Magic Google man. You have any info on
About 5 pounds for.
5 pounds a piece?
5 pounds a piece. Alright,
Fine powder. Give me an investigation check when you go to do.
well, I'm gonna buy 3 of those light ingots.
Fine. I'm glad that takes your money and gives you some.
5, and I need to write down that each ingot can give me 10 bullets. I do want to try to track down the propellant, if not the propellant itself, the means to make it.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check.
Let's click it.
Hey-oh! Oh.
Aww.
You almost critically.
You cannot
failed
find
it.
anyone. After searching for about an hour and a half, you do not find anyone that sells specifically powder. As you go through a couple alchemical shops, you find one of the ingredients you would need of the, I think, what is black powder? Three things. Yeah. God damn it. I can't remember. Right. Because black powder is mostly composed of charcoal that is easy to find or make on your own.
Okay.
God.
You gotta have saltpeter, though, right?
Saltpeter, which is more difficult to find, and then I
Yeah.
believe sulfur or some sort of sulfur.
Niter?
Potassium nitrate,
Yeah, those are all like
and
alchemist
sulfur.
chemicals, though. Yeah. Nitrate, that's what it is. That's the
Potassium nitrate.
pee on a bunch of sticks or a bunch of straw for a really long time.
Sulfur you find easily at an alchemical shop. Sells you has enough on stock to make enough powder for about 15 rounds.
Hold on a second. I just want to make a note of what materials I would actually need to make the propellant. So it was charcoal. And what else? Sulfur.
Potassium nitrate, which is going to be the most difficult for you to find. But you're able to find enough sulfur for about 15 rounds. Weighs not enough to be noticeable to your person.
How much does it cost?
She is going to say 15 gold.
15 gold. I'll take it. Let me see here. I'll just put 15 counts for the sulfur. I suppose the rest of the stuff I could probably wait to get till later. I've got enough rounds now, and I'll let somebody else take a turn.
Okay. Anybody else want to go around town?
I kind of want to talk to the animals, but it sounds dumb.
Talk to the animals?
You
Yeah.
do you, boo.
No, I'm good. I better not. They're assholes anyways.
Look for a shop to get a few more arrows.
I very easily find an arms shop in one of the marketplaces that will sell arrows. Has one quiver on set in stock for 1 gold.
All right, just 1 second. I'm just going to let you guys know. I'm going to go run and get some mixed drinks now, so take as much time as you need.
So please
How
talk
many-
to the animals.
How many?
I don't have anything good to say to the animals. I was gonna ask the local cat what the fuck is up with this place, but nah, fuck him. I don't even care.
How many arrows are in a quiver?
20.
No. Oh, okay, buy the quiver then.
Plenty.
Set for 1 gold.
For 1 whole gold piece.
Because I don't know the specifics on that animal talking ritual. I'll have to do some research before I really do that.
Of the research.
While
How
I'm
my
here and I have some free time, is there any place that I might be able to go do some gambling?
Gambling? Oh, there's a few.
Any place that I might be able to get away with cheating a little bit?
Shady gambling place.
Possibly. There's a couple pubs that will have a few people playing cards or a dice game. There's a few back alley dice games you could find pretty easily.
I have a deck of marked cards. Any place I might be able to make those in use?
Make those in use. You could probably hit people up in the market and see if any of them want to play a game of chance with you.
Okay. Want to do that?
All right. Give me a. You're gonna hate me. Charisma check to see if you can convince anybody to play the game with you. What we got?
Nope. I can't.
With the dark clothes and the brooding demeanor, coped with the hood you wear not all the time, most people just kind of give you a stink eye and walk around you. Oh, who's back?
Okay. Should have rolled it this way. Oh well, we're gonna live with it. I'd say I was a good gambler.
I didn't say I was good at it.
Just a cheater.
All right. Everybody back yet? No? Anybody else?
I'm back.
We should do any more shopping?
What do I need?
Anything
Do I even have a
specific?
shield?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't think I do.
Your-
I want a
your
shield. I
character
better
sheet.
pick one up. I don't think I started with one as a barbarian. Cat, don't bite me.
Okay. I understand you use shields.
Yeah, you're right. The cat in the courtyard is an asshole.
God damn it. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Flash. I don't think I use shields anyways. Never mind. I'll shut it. I don't even know what I want.
You're still pissed that you got drugged.
I got round 2 out of it. It was a pretty shitty half a day, though. I'm gonna have to fuck with him, huh?
You are proficient in shields, so if you would, you cannot have proficiency with shields, and you still use one. But
Well, am I wearing armor? I think I was wearing armor, actually.
I say barbarians have little to no armor, more of a natural-based armor.
But there was a difference between running no armor and running armor. Which one I was doing?
How do you forget all of this? We only did this like a week ago.
Well, it's on my computer, isn't it? I just need to pull up my sheet. Trying to use the Rule 21 that you made when I've got my sheet that I made ages ago.
Right.
Laying around.
You're
I'm
not
back.
given any armor to start with, but you're proficient in armors.
Oh, but I get to add my constitution to my armor count? That's okay.
If you're not wearing armor.
Yeah, I'm not wearing. But I'm not wearing armor right now, I don't believe.
No, you're just wearing a shirt. Or topless, your preference.
I'll wear a shirt. Shirts are cool.
Shirts are cool, okay.
I used to be a soldier, so like that, the whole shirtless thing.
Or are you looking for a shield? Yes, no, maybe so.
Yes. Yes, I need a shield.
Oh.
Any large shields for sale?
Am I going to be that asshole and make shields count as so you don't get your constitution modifier on your armor bonus? What is your constitution modifier?
It's 3.
Because shields are classified under armor,
Right.
and you would lose an armor point going to a shield.
Oh, I have to go down. Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay. That's crazy.
So you're better off without it.
Yeah. And I use a weapon that's two-handed or one-handed, so.
Everyone done with their rounds?
I'm done for now.
For now.
Okay. After the remainder of the time passes, you all eventually make your way to the west gate. As you approach, you see what looks like 3-4 guards and the apprentice. All sitting there waiting for you. There is a carriage with a horse there. One of the guards, it's about time you got here. Ready to go. Throw your stuff in the carriage.
Load up.
I mean, is it a covered carriage?
Part of it where the driver would sit is, and a small bit over the back, but not the entire thing.
I'm gonna sit wherever there's shade.
Sits in the shade.
I'll sit wherever, but I want to chat.
Sit as far away from me as possible.
Can
Y'all
tell I
load
wanna
up.
Chat.
Start heading out.
How long do we have for a ride?
And with it,
And we're there. The driver leans back.
Are we there yet?
Damn it, I'll turn this carriage around. Don't make me pull over.
God damn it.
Can we just drug him again so he doesn't have to say that?
I second this notion.
As you head
Not
out,
gonna be able to do anything.
you ask the driver how long it's going to take to get there. He says, well, to get to Shipton, which is the closest city in the swamp, where we will procure boats to make it through the swamp to where the party was last known to be. Take us a couple days to get there. And then they were about a day into the swamp.
A while. Man, we're gonna be here for a while.
Are we passing any settlements or towns on the way?
Just a couple farm settlements, 2-3 houses, a couple barns, nothing big. Any small talk?
Yeah. Whole bunch.
A whole bunch.
Whole
Well, it's kind of nice, wasn't it?
So we're all stuffed into this carriage together, right? We're all here.
Some of you can walk. They don't want everybody in the carriage. Like,
I'm walking.
he's walking. 3 of the guards are walking right now. The apprentice is sitting in the wagon. She's too small to walk.
I guess now that we're all in close proximity, I want to take the time and just like try to see what I can gather visually from each person, like what they look like, and
yeah, as we chat, can we just go through some?
Okay.
Um,
Give me an investigation check to see what you kind of get. Oh, yeah, investigation check just to see what you get from their demeanor and physique. A 16 on the roll.
18 total.
18. All right. As you eye up the dwarf, he seems outwardly like he's putting out a little too much joy. He's kind of forcing himself to be
having a great time, guys. Great time.
Forcing himself a little bit to be happy. He's very built, very strong looking. His pack, what you can see from his pack is just a bag with some items in it, and what is it, a hammer?
Yeah.
And a large hammer.
So a blacksmith.
No, it's Warhammer.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks.
I have a Warhammer
like
back there. I got hand axe javelins pointing out.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like he's there. He's seen both things and has lived a long life for a dwarf.
Could
I
I
don't have any faction? Anything.
He just
I really just
yeah.
look like I'm wearing a t-shirt and pants though.
Could I ascertain his age? At least a rough estimate.
Let me see. With your knowledge of dwarves, but since you've secluded yourself for most of your life. Click.
I mean, I am pretty young as well for my, relatively young, I guess. Pretty
Right.
fucking old for everybody else.
Can we just go with no? Because I don't have a date or like an age set.
Oh, well. Then if you don't have an age set, then that's fine.
Do you have a rough range that you would possibly be putting this character in?
Middle aged. Let's go like younger middle aged. Like not old enough to have a family, but old enough to be a soldier and like not bad at it.
You do know for dwarves this is a lot.
A lot. Age, a lot. I'm just gonna put that next to age, a lot.
So
Age,
young.
a
I
lot.
guess it'd be young then.
Young, less
Dwarves
than
do live
100.
forever. I'm wise, but I'm not that wise. And I can't cast magic or anything crazy. Like I just.
What is the life expectancy of a dwarf, anyways?
Oh, I had it right here. Piece of paper. Less than you.
Yeah.
Well, clearly less than me.
Yeah. Damn near undead. Can live forever.
I'm only half undead, thank you very much, so I can only live for half of forever.
Forever. Okay.
God damn it. The entirety of half of forever. Can we get that written down?
Yeah. Better watch out. He might die of old age along this trip.
Right. Dwarves, 400 plus.
Okay.
So you're probably in the mid-hundreds.
I was gonna say like 25, but that's awful.
That's a
Holy
baby.
shit!
That's a baby for a
baby
dwarf.
dwarf.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what? How old is a
I'm a
dwarf have to be a
barbarian.
fucking older than a teenager?
Look at my axe.
Probably
My
be
mom
in
made
the
me this
hundreds.
axe.
That is nuts,
My mom made me this egg.
dude. I don't know if this guy can't get laid in hundreds of years, man. It's time for him to just hang up his hat.
Fuck nerd. Also, just side note, our character, I just kind of want to get some information from everybody, just mainly the names of their characters so I can keep track of this. Boof, what's the name of your character?
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
Lenia. Lenia.
It's in the.
Okay. And then Razor?
It's Razor.
Just Razor? Okay.
Unless you want the last name that goes with that.
Sure, if you have a last name.
Orion.
Orion? Okay,
Ryan?
gotcha. Alright, that's my notes right now.
What's your character's name?
Vostok.
get to know that.
Vastak. No, your characters don't know it, but players, yeah, Vastak.
Maybe you should roleplay.
I'm trying to get more like into the
I was
scene of what I'm
thinking
doing in this truck. So I'm in a truck in this carriage. I'm in a carriage with like no guards and with this scribe chick and with some dude that does not like the light.
Very reclusive.
What else is in here? Like someone else is outside the carriage.
anybody-
An elf fidgeting with his arrows, making sure they're straight because he
Yeah, I got.
cannot
Okay,
sit.
this is a
He can't
guy.
sit
He's
still.
cool.
You can't sit still. You have to
Fidgety
fidget with
ranger guy. I
everything.
can deal with fidgety ranger guy. That's who I want to talk to. Seems much better than a guard.
You're not gonna chain me up, are you? Secretly hoping that he does.
Just woke up in prison today. I don't want to go
Woke up in
back to
prison
prison
today.
this evening.
Would you like to get any insight from any of the other characters? You'd have to roll for each one.
Yeah, I'll just do them real quick then. Let's see here.
What's that total? 1420. Which one goes to which?
I was gonna go Razor than Spoof.
Razor and Spoof. The elf, a little fidgety. Yeah, kind of can't not be doing something with his hands. Carries a bow, plenty of arrows, small accoutrement of other small arms.
The occasional kitchen sink.
Kind of has that 1,000-yard stare that he's like just constantly scanning that horizon for anything. And looks like he is very capable with this bow.
Okay.
With the young lady walking outside the carriage, from what you've seen of her, she can put on a decent facade of caring. Wants to get her job done. Is very determined.
Very nice lady. She helps drunk dwarfs up.
Very determined.
What kind of gear does she have?
Wearing dark cloak and hood, hard to discern. You see shiny, a few knives, and then a long, very thin blade off of one hip.
Alright. Sorry, what did I determine the race? What was it?
Appears to be very human,
When-
if I remember correctly.
No.
No,
Does it look human? Does it look human? That's the main thing.
not
I
human.
guess
Half
I-
human. Half
I,
of a
guess
human.
I don't know how much is actually like, out
Kinda
in the
human.
open considering the cloak and whatnot, but just
Mhm.
the best estimate, I guess.
Slightly angular face. Appears to be half elven.
Okay. I'm done for that then.
Okay, has that elven never gonna age, always gonna look young like a douchebag look?
Do you have a hood that are you wearing?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Of course I am.
Um,
Whenever I'm outside, I'm gonna have it.
very pale. A long coat, kind of cloakish, coat and cloak, or just a cloak. I'm not
Cloak.
100%. You might describe yourself to a little bit. A cloak over some
common clothes. Well, leather armor and common clothes is what I got on. But
leather armored, and some clothes. You can kind of see there. Very pale from what you can make out of the face. Very long white hair with these deep red eyes. You have a hard time determining exactly what race he could be. Possibly half elven. Besides that, you don't get much.
I'm dwarf.
I'm a dwarf.
I'm a cat.
Got a beard. Got a beard. Anything else?
I want to do a check to see if everything seems to be clear in the area.
If you're what in the area? Sorry, you chopped a bit.
I just want to make a check to see if everything is clear in the area. If I see anything that might be coming up on us or anything like that.
Right.
Paranoid, are we?
Do a perception check.
Shit.
The only responsible one in this group.
You're walking along a very lovely road.
See some sticks, right?
There's some grass, some large rocks, some trees.
some nice shoes I got on.
Yep. Awesome.
You can still, even after a few hours of walking, you can still smell the ocean.
Okay.
It's just
Honestly, I would look. I'm at such a disadvantage out in the light; it wouldn't fucking matter.
What else? Anybody wanting to look at or talk to your little friend?
All right, little scribe lady's with us. So I would like to ask the little scribe lady, like, so what is going on here? Like,
well,
I'm glad I got a job, but I just want to know, the people I'm working for are monsters. How long have you worked for said group? The lady, she was in the chat earlier.
Yes, Helen von... That is the Lord of Fulham.
Oh, that's not.
This is Helen von Muslin, the little.
Yeah, this is her squire, right, or whatever.
This is the apprentice of a Dorian Coaster.
Oh, this is someone else's apprentice.
The mage, right?
Gotcha. Yeah. But Jed, tell me a little bit about yourself, NPC. I don't know. Do I need to do a charisma check or the diplomacy?
Are you getting on there?
I guess.
Information. So, just I am the apprentice of a Dorian Coaster. He is fairly strict. I'm always running to get more paper, and quills, and ink. I don't have much time for my own studies. He dragged me down here to this fish hole to look into some happenings going on between the Empire and here. I don't really...
Okay.
He doesn't tell me that much.
Very good.
You see in her hand she's holding a small contraption. It's a little larger than her hands, her being a halfling. I fidget with and tinker with these contraptions sometimes in my spare time.
I want to look at one, try to get a good look at one of these contraptions.
It's a small metal, looks like
I just picture Spain's character leaning over and just eyeballing everything.
She kind of hands it out. You see, she sees you kind of lean it in, and she kind of holds it out in towards your face a little bit better. You see a small metal disc, a good 4 or 5 inches across, and about 3-4 inches tall, kind of bowl-shaped, with a smaller disc. Looks like a small jar lid with what looks like a button on the top.
I'm gonna ask her what's this do?
I haven't perfected it yet, and I'm just trying to find ways to make it improved. I like to enchant things and add properties to things. I'm trying to devise an item that would entangle an enemy with this, and she just slaps the button like an idiot.
I was about to say, I was actually just about to push the button. It's like,
Oh, God.
I pushed the button.
And you hear her kind of go, oh. And you hear a kind of winding spring noise, just kind of metallic grinding spring noise. And then she pulls her hand out from that and points it kind of out. And this coil of tightly wound wire springs out of the top of this, shooting the lid out. And everyone in the cart is just wrapped in wire.
I'm gonna do a dexterity check. Can I dodge this shit?
If you would like to make
Get
dex
out.
saves,
Yeah, actually, I would.
you 3 in the cart.
I just do, you said saving throws?
Dexterity save. Straight up dex save.
I got 12. Holy shit! Look,
I dodged the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
you got the nat 20.
The fidgety one saw it coming. It's like, uh-oh. I hopped out of the car real
What's the
quick,
save
get
gonna be
away.
on that flash? Who's in and who's out?
Well, not you. Razor, hearing the winding noise and seeing
fuck out of the
her
cart.
kind of pointed up, just dives and does a front somersault right out the back of the cart.
Whoosh.
Boom. This goes off. You don't having much of a way to go. Get as far behind the device as possible. You do not get entangled, but you're kind of pinned up against the back seat of the cart. She is completely entangled, and the drill tool is just covered in this wire, and he's just having a terrible time trying to move.
Prison again, motherfucker.
God again.
You have a bad time with getting trapped in shit, don't you?
I feel like he's gonna be in the bondage by the end of this trip.
I was gonna say I was gonna turn this around and be like, all right, honey, you're next.
What about me?
You are just kind of caught aghast by how quick and sudden this kind of just went boosh. And you kind of liking mechanical devices and tinkering around with things like that are very interested in how this thing works and what it is.
I just been like, did I get entangled?
No, you kind of got behind it as it shot out, but
Okay.
you are kind of pinned up against the back of the driver's seat. So you're kind of there. You can move around kind of freely, but there's this giant wad of wire in front of you.
So, can you do me a favor and like just keep the dwarf that way? Just
Just leave him
Hey,
be.
fuck you guys. I'm doing a strength test. We're gonna test the tensile strength on this fucking
Wire? Okay.
wire.
Bring it on. Strength save of 15. You managed to using
I hope it's not
dwarven
barbed
might.
wire.
It is a smooth wire.
Thank God.
Still not
Wow.
great. It wrapped around a few of your limbs. Still not pleasant. But you are able to break it mostly like in half, so it's off your chest and move around your arms freely to start
Hulk
pulling
out of
it
that.
off.
Oh yeah.
She's
So I'm gonna
starts
continue and try
apologizing
and get it off.
profusely, just like on the floor after she gets herself unwrapped, on the floor, just groveling at your feet. Just, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
Well, my dwarf is just like arm on the shoulder. There, lass.
you got any more of those?
Yeah, let's
have
do
a
it
few-
again.
I have a few, and she opens up her satchel, and there are about 5 of these. Awkwardly enough, these 5 have a cap that she had removed to do some modifications to, like, specifically the button mechanism. But they have a securing cap on them so the buttons do not get depressed in the bag. There are a couple other small metal items in there, a couple tubes, which also look like they have depressing buttons on them.
Kinds of goodies in
Are
there.
these reusable? Like, can you
I broke
come
that.
back up?
The metal can be melted down and remade into wire, but if you can retrieve the cap, which he kind of puts a hand up to the sky, and the base are reusable until they are damaged beyond use.
Oh, I just meant like, do you push the button again and it just retracts and you can, you have it ready to go again?
I imagine you have to.
No, it's a winding mechanism, and she kind of shows you. She pulls one out, and she can pulls out another one, and
I'm
grabs
gonna
the
stay
base of one
outside the
hand
car for a while.
and grabs the top, and you see there's got like a couple kind of finger indentions along the edge that she then twists counterclockwise, and you just hear kind of a ratcheting noise as it winds up.
That's pretty neat.
That's pretty neat.
I just kind of face palm.
Just you hear the unwinding noise. Everybody stopped at the sound of this winding noise. Just crazy loud, just gears winding, and then this mad cacophony of wires springing everywhere.
I'm dealing with amateurs.
Just
And the elf dove out of the bank.
just
Having a great time.
May I have one of those?
maybe when we get closer to our objective, I'm still got to do some fine tuning on these.
Okay. Do you need any help?
Yes, and she goes about explaining some of the screws on the outside and has a couple sets of screws, like driving screws. Just
This isn't
Standard
fun. Now
flathead.
he's made a friend and I don't have any.
the
The other guy left.
other guy left me. I mean, you can watch with intensity.
Nah, I don't have anything else to do.
She, while you're doing this and kind of fidgeting around, she catches a glimpse of your underarm. And
Oh,
sees the glint of the tang on the handle. And is like, what's that?
I kind of want to show her and just her, like, try to sneak it.
Do a
I'm finding
sleight-
this suspicious.
do a sleight of hand check. And since Jolly's the only one really in there, I need a perception check.
One. I didn't notice the fucking thing.
I can't do one since I'm technically just following the truck.
You're out of the
wagon.
Yep, you're out.
Well, yeah, I'm out of the wagon, but I'm just following behind it.
I mean, he could probably do one. He's a sharp-eyed elf.
He's a sharp-eyed elf. I don't know if he's... Yeah,
Whatever the hell he is.
you can do one with disadvantage if you would like. So roll 2 and take the least.
You are an elf, right?
Half
So
elf.
He
16.
rolls really well. Yeah.
You see Helen motion towards his underarm side and ask what this is, and you see him pull out this object to show her. The dwarf, oblivious, is kind of leaned over talking to one of the guards walking beside the wagon behind him, and they're just having a jolly old chat.
Bellowing laugh.
And you can't really hear what he's talking about over the sounds of the walking in the wagon. But he's showing her that a rotation, and then there's a mechanism that pulls back on the back of it. That's all you can really see about it. You kind of go through explaining to her its basics. She's pretty sharp, so she kind of picks up on what it does, and the basic fundamentals very quickly, since she is experienced with metal working and crafting. And she sets her mechanisms down and pulls out a pad and starts writing instantly, mumbling something about possibly having some ideas about how to change this and make it better. To you, she's just scribbling nonsense. You don't really kind of get her being schooled in wizardry. She's kind of using magic to cover it up, what the text says, and basically encrypting her book.
Starting to regret the decision. This is not something I want a lot of people to know about. I figured a fellow tinker. Fuck.
But you are vampires.
And after a few minutes, she closes her notebook and puts it down. And then just kind of sits back and starts thinking. Kind of takes a thinking pose. And just kind of staring as you put it away and cover it up, staring at where it is.
Proud again. So, could I help with those?
Yes, sorry. I get lost in thought sometimes. As she comes out, she just hands you 2 of them.
Okay.
And you just begin going around and almost meticulously just spending time adjusting screw tension, and basically she's working on the spring device on them to make it a little stronger without breaking the spring.
Right.
So you're messing with the tensity and all this fun stuff. Fancy words.
Come on, just say he's engineering.
I'm an
I'm an engineer.
And she's just sitting there thinking and thinking. After a few hours of traveling, you take a couple breaks here and there, swap out who's walking and not. They even force you to walk at least once or twice, Vane. Or Vastok. Everybody has to walk. It's kind of how
I'm going to try to walk in the shadow of the biggest motherfucker walking.
Probably in the shadow of the wagon.
Just spend most of the time in the shadow of most of the wagon. And then you eventually reach your camping site, which...
Oh, I would like to mention that as I walk next to the wagon, I am a trained soldier, so I would watch the horizon. It's important.
Right.
That's important. I would know that's important.
Right. You know, that would...
I just can't see shit.
I don't want to see Smooth be the only one who's trying to keep us alive.
So, like...
I'm still fiddling with arrows.
The guards are actively watching. They trade off drivers every once in a while.
It doesn't matter. I can't see anything but grass and sticks and stuff.
Dirt and grass.
Really shiny belt buckles on my shoes.
Look at me go.
But like,
You just don't want to miss the obvious shit. That's
I
bad.
actually can see. I want to like at least keep. I'm not gonna like pay too much of attention, but like keep a passive eye out. But
yeah, you don't see anything. The odd deer or goat in a field here and there. As you're going through the farm towns, you see some cows and horses. Nothing really catches your eye off guard. And you all break wagon, make camp for the night. How are we going to do night watch rotation?
I'll stand guard for the night, and then during the day in the car, I'll rest, I suppose.
Oh, no, we have a dedicated night person. That is kind of awesome.
Anybody else cool with just him watching?
Kind of.
I'm fine with it.
Damn.
Although I want to do some foraging for potentially ingredients for some poison vials. Can I do that while we're out here?
Do a nature check.
Okay.
There's a river just a little ways away. Ooh, what we got?
13.
13.
Ooh, me and the ranger are gonna hunt.
I was gonna say like before like anybody like settles down for the night and before I actually take my watch, I do want to try to find an animal to feed.
Ooh.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
Well, I was gonna say me and the ranger probably go hunting regularly. Like that's just part of our routine almost. Like we're both kind of rural people.
I lived off the land.
Yeah, same here. Like we would hunt naturally, like in our
Right.
downtime.
That was my job. I gathered furs and leathers.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm a survivalist.
I need something live.
Something living still.
The hell do you want something
With
live
that
for?
check,
How big
you find a few flowers that on their own cannot make anything. But if you do find the rest of the ingredients for this, you could make some later.
Yeah.
Hey Razor, make a survival check, and I want to. What's the word? Modify his and make it better.
Okay,
Can I do that? Can I assist him in his
do a nature
survival roll,
advantage.
or is it nature? What's
Do a nature with
survival would be
advantage.
hunting.
And nature with advantage?
I mean, he's got to do some tracking first and find them.
So nature first, too.
Right.
Nature,
Advantage.
advantage. 18-6. You're able to pick up the trail of a few deer.
Is the deer big enough?
A deer would probably be big enough if prepared to feed everyone for the evening.
I was actually talking to the one who needs. Giving me specifics.
I say he kind of after
I
you
didn't
guys
say anything
stopped.
to you, Les.
He just kind of
off.
made his way off into the into the dark.
So, yeah,
He went hunting by
for a
himself.
while.
Okay, fine, let's go.
Anyways, yeah, we got a deer. Deer's good. Let's do that.
Vastok, make a nature check as well.
Check.
9. Fantastic. And then make a stealth check.
Stealth. Stealth. Fuck.
Beautiful.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, tonight.
Eventually, you're able to find.
Damn.
I was just saying.
Your brother.
God damn it, Jolly.
I can't right now.
Tell him to join the campaign.
Get in here.
They're saying join the campaign.
God damn it,
Roll
nuts.
After looking for a while, you are really not capable of finding.
Finding what you cut out.
I'm not finding anything large enough to really sustain what you need.
Okay.
I mean, you could possibly find a small rodent of some sort. And that would probably make you less than hungry.
I guess, yeah, hold on. I have one thing out of character. Did we discuss how often I have to feed?
I believe it was 3 times a week, maybe.
Okay.
Not terribly often in that way. You do get a lot of your sustenance from very undercooked meat.
Okay.
You can get some sustenance from that, usually enough to make it through for a few days.
Alright, so I'm gonna drink whatever I can from the rodent I find, and then when I come back, I'm just gonna like cut off whatever they bring back. I'm gonna cut off a raw slab from.
You find a deer very easily, Razor. Roll a attack with your bow.
Bow attack.
Bow attack. 12. All right, you hit it fine. Roll up some damage. 4. You catch it. There's not an instantly killing blow.
God damn it.
It does run for some time, but you eventually bleeding out. You catch up to it. The dwarf helps you drag it back.
You were useful.
A little hunting buddy.
Give me a friend.
You get back to camp. You start preparing the food and sharing with those who wish to partake. Everybody has a little bit.
Like I said, just go up and just cut off a raw chunk of it.
Right, you take off a good.
Don't even ask. Just go up and just do it.
Right, you take a good double handful chunk right off one of the legs. Step over behind something and just dive in. That's enough to subside you for a few days.
Awesome.
I'm just gonna stick with the rations I have in my bag.
Fantastic. You
Can't
have
beat
one
a
of your
fresh
lovely
beer.
rations.
It's fresh veal. I don't know.
Right, hey, there it is.
You talk like that, we're not getting another dare for you again.
Don't you mean venison? I thought veal was baby cow.
Oh, you might be
It
right.
is.
It's a baby cow.
Venison is deer. All right. The guards do not let you watch by yourself.
That's fine.
God damn it. I gotta make a phone call, guys. Ugh.
That's fine. I can take a short break to hit the head real quick.
Right on.
Sorry. And really, it's my dad's birthday, so I gotta go do that. Tell him happy birthday. It's already 8, you know.
And Dad, happy
day in advance as well.
Daddy's Day for tomorrow.
Yeah,
already did that this morning.
Right.
I'm gonna hit the head real quick.
Yeah, let's take a quick 10
Alright.
minute break. The night go. Everybody's present. We are going again. As you can hear, your lovely camp is burning to the ground. The night was fairly uneventful. The night was fairly uneventful forever. Nothing really happened.
Slept like a baby.
Slept like a baby on the dirt. Everybody gets up, packs up camp. gathers your things, heads on down the road. Slightly less eventful day than the day before. By the mid afternoon, you see the land starts becoming less plainsy, and then kind of starts going downhill more. Eventually, you see.
Not smell. See.
Eventually, you see down on the horizon just a massive, what it can only be the swamp.
Time of day is it when we get there?
When you start to see it, it's early afternoon.
Also, I forgot to mention that when we start the cart ride or whatever, I do want to take the rest at that point.
Right. You kind of just curl up in the corner the best you can. And sleep for the next, 4 hours?
Well, say, do I even need to actually sleep? Is it just a trance? I can't remember.
I believe it was more of a... No, I believe you had to do a full sleep. If I remember. We would have notes of it.
Alright, well, either way.
You take your rest while everyone else is doing their thing. You can see the swamp on the horizon as it's coming into early afternoon. By early evening, you just start getting into the swamp itself, and after a couple hours, it's starting to get dark. It gets darker in the swamp faster. Eventually, you come up, seeing lights through the trees. What can only be a small fishing town. A few houses, like a small shop, and a large pier going out into the swamp, which has a few boats tied up to it. One of the guards arranges for your sleeping, and another one acquires the boats for the next day. And then we go into night again.
So this is like a small fishing village?
Like a smaller town. There's a few houses, a stable. I mean, it's getting kind of mucky around, but it's mostly more ground. Still more, hard ground under your feet. And when you get to the town of Shipton, is right on the edge of what it would be the watery, swampy nastiness.
Is any of it running?
Any of it running is pretty stagnant water. Smells very uncomfortable, like rotting fish and musty, gross, stagnant water.
New fish hole.
It's a fish hole. Y'all have rooms for the evening. Nothing terribly fancy happens this night. Y'all rise in the morning and transfer your gear to a series of boats. About 3 boats, one for most of the gear that you're not wanting to carry on your person, and then 2 or 3 people per boat besides that. You start proceeding into the swamp. Seeing not much. I mean, it's a swamp. The occasional splash of something in the water off in the... nothing catches anybody's eyes that's dangerous. Guards recommend not putting your hands in the water.
I do it anyways.
I do it anyway. Okay.
I'm not doing it, for real. I'm not really doing it, I just said that. I was making a joke. Don't put my hand in the water.
Don't put my hand in the water. One of the guards seems to know where they're supposed to be going. They eventually get going very slowly through the swamp. by what can only be mid-afternoon. It's hard to tell through the canopy of the trees here.
What would you say like the light level is?
Dark enough it does not bother your eyes.
Okay.
So dim, just kind of dim and canopied. I mean, Spoof can make with his. Everybody's got decent dim or dark vision. The guards have a harder time seeing, but I mean they can make out stuff far enough away to do what they need to do. They find eventually, as you're passing some of these larger, what I call land barges, sand barges, the guards are looking very intently on them, trying to spot something.
I ask what they're looking for specifically.
In this region, one of them kind of shouts from another boat, is where the wizard's party had made their camp for the first night. That is where we will be making our camp, and then we'll be proceeding from there.
So we're going to do like a perception check for a camp spot?
Please, everybody, do a perception check.
Jolly, please. Not one.
Get them out of your system now, man.
Again.
And you're just horrible at seeing things.
Yep.
I saw stuff. I saw everything.
He saw stuff.
Man, this water's real wet.
It's really wet, but kind of warm.
Guys, I think we're in a swamp.
What gave it away?
After a few hours of doing this, there's a fairly high, flat outcropping on a rock, and Razor kind of speaks up as he sees what looks like the remains of a small campfire and a couple bedrolls.
They were here.
The guards drive the crafts over and land them in the area and proceed to kind of go about unloading and getting ready for the night. Anybody want to do anything before we bed down?
I mean, I guess. I don't know why I'm thinking this, but swamps have sulfur.
They can, probably not going to find sure.
Damn it. Yeah, not going to bother.
There's going to be a check with super disadvantage.
Super disadvantage.
Like you're going to roll a nat 20 and get it or not.
What's the, what I got to roll?
If you roll a 20, you might find some.
No, I mean, like, what skill?
That would be, a nature check.
Roll a nat 20, goddammit! They're at disadvantage!
Well, you'd have to roll 2 nat 20s at the same time.
Oh.
That's a bummer.
Can I do a nature check to maybe find some more ingredients?
To find what? Sorry.
Or ingredients for my poison?
Please do. You are able to find enough flowers to make one good vial of a decently powerful poison. Something you would easily be able to know how to use and handle. Anybody going to look around the area? The guards are kind of looking, kind of discerning what's going on. They're doing very poorly.
Actually,
They've kind of just figured out that this was a campsite.
I want
to do an investigation to see which way they might have went.
Okay.
That's an investigation check, isn't it? Or perception.
Do a
animal handling check.
Animal handling.
Good God.
Religion check. I have faith they went in this direction.
Yeah, do a nature. Give me a nature check just for basic tracking skills. What we got? 15.
Okay.
It's been quite some time since they didn't check in, probably from what you can tell from the fire and the remains of what was left here. Pushing a week now. You can tell that it looks like some of this stuff was gone through, and quite a few things have been in this area since. Most likely this has happened.
Something else has been here already.
I want to turn to Lenia and I guess ask, do you have an herbalism kit?
Let me check.
I can work with basic herbs. Because there's not
I have proficiency with it. I just don't have one.
I do not.
Damn it. Okay.
Okay.
I don't think anybody else would have it, but so.
Not really. Nobody here will. Maybe the ranger. I doubt it.
Well, I'm just gonna rock a perception check and check the camp out and see what the fuck is going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Generally, you perceive.
Why was this camp? Why
Right.
here? Why here?
Why here? Because there's a very large flat area where the amount of people that were in the party probably could have made it. It made a decent-sized camp for them to rest. It's fairly elevated out of the water. So, water-based... No soggy. Water-based creatures would most likely not come that far up from the water and disturb them in the night.
Alright. Okay, that's what I wanted. Thank you.
Yeah.
Are there any supplies left over from the previous people?
Not really. A few, what could be broken or torn clothes and crates. Maybe a small crate or two. Look, damn it. Just chunks of wood from something that looks like
Make him roll an investigation.
I was like, I want to do an investigation check to see if I can at least figure out what happened here, or some inkling of what happened.
Fantastic.
So let me do that real quick. God damn it!
No.
Again, you find some broken wood that looks like it was flattened for it, some chests and some torn pieces of clothing that could have been blankets or shirts or pants.
I too would
Fucking
like
two
to
is
make
just
an
staring me in the face.
investigation check if I could, please.
Proceed. Okay.
Wow, hot shit!
Here we go. From the time the area being exposed to the weather, what most catches your eyes is that whoever camped here left at some time, and then something came, or a group of somethings came and basically ransacked what was left. Took
Give me a sec.
anything they could have possibly carried, it looks like.
Mole people.
Give me a second real quick, somebody just came over, I gotta take the doge upstairs.
I'm telling you, it's fucking mole people.
Moo.
Okay, so while he's gone, Flash, on the Roll20 screen, is that supposed to be a different map or still the port city?
It's still the port. I don't have anything for
Swamp?
intermediate swampy thing here yet for you to hang out in.
Okay. Not until we actually get further.
Right. Until the
Okay.
next. This is just so
Nope.
you guys can just greet your people around and have fun. Or close your eyes and enjoy the ambiance. And
Ambiance.
I mean, we got some swampy
Is there
background.
Coming from the dwarf who's probably stoned,
I mean,
Hey,
but you can't see or investigate anything.
I can turn it up a little bit, but I don't want to turn it up too loud. My ear biscuits.
Going to the bar to get drunk.
Going to the bar to get drunk.
That is pretty swampy.
That's pretty swampy.
So, dwarf, did you bring any alcohol with you?
Oh, God, how could I forget that?
You would have a prop. A large.
I mean, I'm
water
not an
stand.
alcoholic.
You're not an alcoholic, but
Just
you
drink a lot. And you're right, this is a job. I'm neutral good. Like, I might not drink on the job. I might.
And do you want to have some booze on you?
Good. I won't forget it next time.
Okay. No booze. No booze. Man, somebody had to run away.
Back. Did I miss anything
Welcome
important?
back. No, not really. We kind of paused.
I forgot booze.
He forgot booze.
Bringing booze.
If I have to bring any booze
In real life or in character?
in character.
Oh, I was
In real life, I got this.
Am I the only one drinking here? Flash, do you have at least something?
I will in a bit.
I don't want the DM to be shit-faced, but...
Not right now. I will later. Alright, so you all finish your investigating and setting up your bedrolls where you think you'd be most comfortable.
Before going to bed, do one last perception check for any bad things.
Yeah, I almost
bad
want to make
things.
defenses. Do we have enough time to like make some fucking ramshackle defenses? Like this place did get ransacked.
The guards say they're going to double their watch.
Reassuring.
Vestok has volunteered.
Well, here's the thing, though, is... tomorrow is when we're actually going to be, like, we're near enough to actually, like, track them down, correct?
You are tracking them down now.
I guess this is the last area, so... I do want to have some rest, so I'm not, like, just completely
That's
fucked.
fine. I'll stay
So...
till the middle of the night and go to bed. You
But
do
there's
you.
also something else I kind of want to do is I want to talk to the apprentice real quick.
Sure.
And I still have those 2 little devices that she gave me, right?
You would have given them back after fidgeting with them long enough,
Oh, okay,
possibly on the second day of the trip. She offered to let you hang on to one.
Okay, I was about to just ask her, or just talk to her about the improvements I may have made or tweaks, but I guess whatever.
Barbed wire.
She explained that pretty
Barbed wire.
thoroughly.
Poison!
Poison. Yes, she kind of talked about making it so it has some kind of catching mechanism, so it makes it harder for things to get out of. Maybe putting something sharp on it to cause damage and entanglement.
Lacerations. Hey, I've got this. Explosions.
Explosions.
We just shoot them with the wire, and then they're dead.
Right?
I don't know. I'm kind of feeling a little uneasy. I kind of want. Can I do a stealth check to kind of see if I can kind of just stay in the shadows?
Swoop, sorry, you keep cutting out. You have to repeat that for me.
Okay, sorry. I want to do a stealth check to see if I can kind of stay in the shadows. My character's feeling a little uneasy about things.
Okay. Go ahead, make your check.
Nope.
9. You do what you think is going to be best, building up, some grass and dirt around where you're going to be spending most of your evening to kind of cover where you're going to be. The dwarf looks at you like you're an idiot.
I would like to, at least for my portion of the watch, climb up into a tree and try to conceal and keep a better lookout from up there.
Athletics check.
Athletics check.
Climb that tree.
Where's that at?
Flow history.
It's under
It's
strength.
strength, yeah, it's 4th down.
So, sorry, what? Where's it at?
4th down from saving
Oh, there it is. Sorry, I somehow missed that entirely.
You make it up the tree fine with a couple slips due to some moss and gristness on the tree. Nothing terribly horrible. There's a couple things splash around in the water. Probably just some kind of swamp creature.
Stealth check for concealing myself.
Nothing seems to notice you. You're fine up there.
And then I will sleep in the tree when I
You're
shift
going to
it over.
sleep in the tree. Fantastic.
Before I bed in and go to sleep, I have a last perception check to see if there's anything in the area that's of nastiness. Perception check, right?
Yeah, do a perception to kind of sweep the area. 19, not bad. Nothing looks terribly out of place. Looks like a swamp to you.
Sounds like a swamp.
I want to intimidate the swamp.
Want to intimidate the swamp.
Intimidate the swamp. So I grabbed my glaive.
And right before you go to bed, you start seeing a fog rolling across the swamp. It happens most nights.
Time does this happen?
It kind of starts forming at early, like just after dark, but it's fairly thin, so you can still see good enough in it that it's not obscuring your vision. After a few hours, everyone in the party is asleep. guards are keeping watch. Everybody gets to make a Constitution saving throw now.
Oh boy. Look at all these 13s. Charlie, you got me out.
I rolled a 2.
I rolled a 2. The man with all the Constitution rolled
Holy shit, you're off 5 to your saving throw? Go fuck yourself. What is your Constitution?
like 3. I think it's I think he gets bonuses on that one because he's a barbarian.
Yeah,
That's like his base stat. Like, holy shit.
Should be.
It's 16, but then it's like plus 2
plus
from
3.
the racial, and then plus 1 from.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. You all sleep as normal. As you start waking up in the morning, God, go away.
Oh, you turn off the sound. Oh, here we are. New map that we actually get to use now.
That we can actually use now. You all find yourself in a very small, what looks like stone-walled room with a stone floor. The door here is covered by what looks like tree roots that have some sort of spines on them.
We woke up here?
This is where you've awakened.
Are any of the guards or the apprentice with us?
The apprentice and 2 of the 3 guards are with you.
So where's Billy?
Which one of these icons is the apprentice? The skelly bones
The
looking
one in
person?
the skelly bones looking person in the bottom left corner.
First off, I'd like to investigate where the fuck Billy is. Can I investigate where the fuck Billy is?
Who the fuck is Billy?
He's the missing guard.
In this room, you do not see him, and you're having a difficult time seeing out the door, which is.
That's the other guard. Bob, where's Billy? Does Bob
We
know
woke
where
up
Billy
here
is?
just as you. Just like you, we woke up just a few minutes ago.
This is unsettling.
You're in a tiny room. There is
a freak out.
None of you have any of your gear.
None of our gear at all?
None of your
Oh.
gear. You are
I'm
just
like-
wearing your armor and clothes. That is all you're wearing.
Well,
Stick.
shit.
Is there anything in the room that we could use as a weapon?
How lit is the room?
Fairly lit. There is a. You can see perfectly in the room. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, me.
Whoa, sorry, Flash. I
Small.
don't know if you cut off for anybody else, but you can really cut off for me.
You can see perfectly in the room. It is small enough. The guards. There's a lit sconce on the wall. They can see fine. Everyone else can see in the room. Okay.
Somebody should break that sconce off. Get with us. Or at least, take the torch, whatever. If it's holding a torch, take the torch.
Yeah, can I pick up a stick? I need a improvised weapon.
There are a few chunks of the root kind of poking in that you may be able to break off if you tried. But it is covered in pointies and sharp protrusions on it.
So wait, since we're wearing just like our armor and shit like that, does that include like what was in my holster? That's gone
Your
too.
holster. You have your holster. You have your.
The holster's empty.
The holster is empty. Anything on you that was metallic and even remotely club pointy. No bows.
Do
No
I still have my
hammers.
winter blanket?
All my arrows, even?
Arrows. You do not have your arrows. Your backpacks are not on you.
Some bitches took my kitchen sink.
Oh,
What about Tinker's tools?
Tinker's tools. Those would have been stored in your bag.
I'm gonna do a strength check to see if I can break a limb. Use it as
Okay.
a weapon. I rolled 1.
You rolled a 1. As you grab a piece of the root, 2 of the sharp spines stab into the center of both of your hands,
Ah!
causing you roll a Constitution save.
Hmm.
You are terrible at these.
I got an idea after this.
You feel the stab. You take. Well, let's just do this. 2 points of piercing damage. And you feel a surge of what could possibly be some poison go into your system, but you
Oh,
are
that's
fight it off. Your system just kind of hits you, it swells up, and then it goes away. Possibly some result of lingering antidote in your system from the other day.
All right. I'm gonna go and take the torch off of the wall and attempt to burn the roots.
Okay, strength check to pull it off the wall. It is fairly loose, so it will be not going to be.
Oh,
too
that's
big.
all right. That was a saving throw, not a saving throw.
Come on, do a strength check.
Oh, god damn it.
Even
Well,
better. As you struggle with it, it budges a little bit, but it does not give.
dwarf, pull it off the wall and burn the roots.
My hands.
I don't.
Fine, you pansies.
Somebody, just pull it off the wall. Listen,
Do I know
don't.
any? Sorry.
Skip on day.
Fair.
Holy shit.
I have torch in hand.
You do.
Torchbearer.
What were you wanting?
I want to know if I know anything about these roots.
The roots are some sort of. You don't really notice them right away. The more you kind of look at them, they have like light bluish glowing veins to them. I mean, it's very, very faint. I mean, you have to really intensely look to see this. But
Do I have any idea what this poison is that it?
You cannot determine that without a sample or time to do so.
I just realized something that I forgot to do in my character sheet.
Yeah,
That affected some rules, which was give myself proficiency in some of these checks. I forgot to check them.
Shoot, I'm gonna grab me a sample.
Sample of the.
The root.
Okay, make
No,
a strength check to remove a piece of root.
do I really need to make it straight? I don't want a whole stick. I just want a sample.
But you already did that.
I mean, do you know how to properly pull a sample out of a root?
No.
Okay.
It would just be a strength check. I would just
Razor
have to
goes
take
up
the
to
stick
the
home.
sconce on the wall, grabs it, puts a foot up on the wall, and just rips this thing out of the wall. What do you do with it then?
It's like, okay,
You have this
okay.
flaming
You
sconce.
wanted it off the wall now. What do you want with it? I was speaking to the person who originally tried to pull it off the wall.
Vestok.
Vastok, what do you want with this again?
Cricket.
Hey.
He's reading thing. He tells you that he wished to try to burn them with the fire on the sconce.
Burn the roots.
Yeah, I'll hold the fire to the roots.
Takes off like it is month's dry kindling and just woof. Burns for a minute or so, and there's just ash.
Is there anything that might have been left over that I could use as a sample?
As a what?
As a sample?
Roll a nature, then wisdom.
Sorry, I fucking had to call my mom real quick.
Okay. We have burnt down the roots in front of the door. Spoof, seeing this going there, ran over quickly and was able to scrape off with a chunk of rock. He found a piece of the root and stash it in his pack. Sorry. As the fire burns down, you hear running footsteps in the hallway outside, and watch as a guard sprints past the door, screaming that they're coming. He's from perception checks for anybody who wants to try to see anything from that.
What was that?
We'll get one.
Look at you guys go.
There you go.
We're still in a daze. Like, we just woke up.
What about me?
From this short glimpse of like a step and a half of this man as he runs past, he's wearing tattered clothes and looked genuinely frightened, and as if he's been here for a while.
Also, side note, plus, I just got your message. The pictures, both of them.
Simultaneously. It had to go to
Yeah.
space and back. It took a stop at the International Space Station, had coffee.
My mom has been having it. Like said, she tried calling me earlier and just went straight to voicemail. So I'm wondering what the fuck's going on with my phone. Anyways,
Problem for the future. What do?
we're not in combat right now, so we can kind of move freely, correct?
You can move fairly freely. We should try to do a small kind of a rotation on turns. Just kind of, we'll go around the room. We can do it in Discord chat order. So, Jolly Razor Spoof, Svain, then NPCs. How's that?
That's fine, Jolly. What's your move?
Now we go first.
I'm just kind of trying to keep it organized. So I'm gonna.
We're not in combat, so
if you don't want to do something, just say pass, whatever. If somebody wants to do something right now,
I'm gonna try that
politely
real
interject.
fast.
hold on. Are we restricted on our movement though at all?
You're restricted to your movement speed. Yes.
Anyways, I'm gonna try that route. I got a 12.
Well,
I just save again. My bad. I need
Also, real quick, just I was
Most of the
was
route
on the
is-
phone. Could you just fill me out on what the whole route thing was?
should be a 10, not a 12.
Jolly grabbed the root. It affected him awkwardly, but he got over it. He felt kind of like, ugh, and then he got over it fine.
I got that, but the whole basically I had to answer the phone at you get the torch off the wall.
Spoof investigated the roots, noticed there was a faint bluish pulsating vein-like pattern to them, and was able to retrieve a small sample before they went up in flames, like weeks-old dry kindling, and have pretty much reduced themselves to ash. There are a couple larger pieces, but nothing substantial enough to really use as a weapon or anything. Continue. What were you doing, Jelly?
What am I doing? I was trying to pull that route out, but I rolled the
It's
save instead of. Yeah.
Right, the root is gone. There are some pieces on the floor.
That's what
if
I
you
wanted.
Okay, just you pick one up. It's
Awesome. That's
without
mine
hurting
now.
yourself. Nothing terrible, grad. You just kind of shove it. Maybe knock the points off on the edge of the wall and stick it in your pocket so you don't stab yourself.
No, I was going to use it as a weapon.
It is not a large enough sample to be terribly
I
substantial
don't have a
as a
stick
weapon.
worth? Damn. Alright. Bare-fisted. Here we go. I'm ready. I'm done.
Okay.
I'm ready to react.
I want to move to see if I can see any more outside.
Okay. Go ahead and move your character as far as you want, and then. Yeah, you get what you get on line of sight.
So we pretend that I just kind of moved out.
Yeah, go out, head out into the next section. But I can't see what you can see. Your vision is flat.
Yep. For whatever reason. There we go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
better. I'm gonna set it as this. I don't know if I have everybody else set to that.
Do I see anything out here?
You hear the running footsteps of the man to your, which will be your right from the door, with your back to the door. Roll a perception check for anything else. And it's very just basically like the room you were in. Stone walls, stone floor, stale air, it smells dirt, kind of dirty and little fresh.
All right, I'm gonna back into the
Perception?
room. Yeah, I did a 14.
Do you hear what sounds like footfalls of people walking in an irregular pattern off to the left around the corner?
Step back and around the corner.
Would the barbarian be able to use the torch as a weapon?
Possibly. It would be an improvised weapon, so you would not have any proficiencies on it, and it would be all strength-based.
Then I will give the torch to the barbarian so that these can help us.
Smash stuff.
The torch is still lit, right?
Yeah.
It is. It
Yeah.
did kind of go out a little bit, but it is still lit enough to give off some vague light in the vicinity.
So Joel, you got to stick the box up with.
You got a stick.
Yep. Hooray. Harold?
Fair
What would
warning,
be the
I
damage on-
may
what-
have to mute myself if the vacuum gets any closer to the
Basically. Oh, he's vacuuming.
roommate.
Why
Vacuum back.
vacuum her room?
Why are you vacuuming the concrete?
Right. As you're handing this to the dwarf and you having this conversation, you hear a tremendous crashing sound and a from where the man went. Like even the earth was kind of shaking around you.
It's still Spoof's turn.
I'm
done.
I'd say he kind of jumped in front of Razor, but you two went simultaneous.
Oh,
What?
Razor. That's
Oh,
Razor's
sorry.
turn.
Yeah, he handed off the torch.
I handed the torch to the barbarian, so he has stick.
You have stick.
Are you gonna move it all or whatever?
You can stay in there. For some reason, you're showing. I did that on purpose. I promise.
Can I go out the door and look left to see what's coming up the hallway?
Yeah, go ahead and look out step outside the door.
When you say left, you mean your character's left or our left?
The character.
My character's left, not in the opposite direction of the guy we saw run past.
Right.
Okay.
Left, you. Now that you kind of know what you're hearing for, and the goddamn mouse giving me troubles, and the you still kind of hear the noise. It is getting a little louder. Still very irregular, but sounds like footfalls, maybe, and it's like kind of dragging to possibly 1 or 2 feet on people. Fast talk.
Quick question. Diagonally moving on tiles, does that just still count as one?
1 tile any direction is 1.
Okay.
Is
5 feet.
5 feet. It's 5 feet of your movement.
Well, let's see. Razor is right. Is in front of the door, right? So I won't be able to
You
get past
can move
him.
through him fine.
Okay.
You move through your player's fine.
We move here real quick and just kind of see. How far down the hallway to the right did that noise seem to come from? Like, was it in a distance or?
If you to your right,
Like, I haven't gotten out there yet, but like, if I
Right.
just from like hearing it earlier.
sounds like it was very, very loud. But it was there. It goes down and around a corner, so it did seem like it was a ways away, but not terribly far.
All right. Well, I'm gonna step out into the hallway here then, and just okay. How dark is it out here? I mean, I know I'll be able to see just fine, but like, I'm just
You can
curious.
see just
for-
fine. Is fairly dimly lit. The guards are going to have a slightly difficult time seeing, but
So that's probably not so much.
All right. So that was
You
2
guys-
spaces, correct?
We're gonna sneak around.
Yeah, so you've moved 10 feet.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and I kind of see something at the end of the hallway to my character's left. So let's see here. It's I'm gonna move here then and start heading that direction.
Okay.
I'm gonna check out this way.
Okay. The guards, upon hearing the crash and stuff, are pushing to fight their way through to go see what happened to their buddy.
Nope. Fuck that.
They both go running this way. Helen stays in the room. Says, "I'll stay behind you guys and let you guys handle this." After that, you start to see some shadows of what look like lurching men hit the corner.
13?
Lurching,
Oh.
so kind of shambling, kind of doubled over vaguely, not walking like they look drunk, and they're just shuffling down this hall. As you're seeing this approach, You see an arm swing around, and then you see two creatures start coming around the corner.
Oh boy!
What do you see? Rotool's like, what do you see?
They look like more like if I were actually dead.
If you'd like to do a perception,
Actually, I would like to
see what you see.
Perception or investigation? Which one?
Do we have any arcane?
Perception.
We can like detect them.
She does not have the time. She says, "I do not have the time to do a spell like that here." With your perception at that rate, what you see shambling in the corner are man-sized figures. Both appear to be wearing guard uniforms from the City of Fall. But they are
We have no divine casting.
covered.
do we?
No, you do not. Covered in, entangled in what looks like the roots that were covering the door. There's a much stronger blue pulsation to the roots, and the eyes particularly catch your attention as they are fading in and out with a bright blue color.
So, besides the roots and the eyes, do they look relatively normal, like as if they were?
They look like men who have been dead for a few days.
Okay.
Dude, I signaled to everybody to get ready. Shit might hit the fan.
Well, you don't see this though.
Yeah, but I saw you and I asked you, and you said there's things, and I was like,
There were
everybody,
things!
dude, like no noise.
I haven't said anything yet. I was out of character. I probably should have specified that.
Oh.
Because I did make the joke of they look more dead than I do, and I
Yeah, I thought that was you.
I wasn't gonna say that out loud because like I want people to know I'm. Anyways,
Continuing on.
I mean, I will actually yell a warning though, like some
Yeah,
sort.
we
I
signal.
guess.
We signal. We can do
I'll
that.
fucking yell out.
Everybody's at least awake enough to see a signal.
Do they look amplified in any way physically, as if they would maybe be more
They look
powerful?
Normal.
or-
The roots are wrapping around their way down the arm. Some going through, like the more bulgy muscle parts. You have like roots going from through one side and out the other, and then like down around the elbow and coming down over the back of the hand, and giving it kind of like a spike out of the tip of a hand. On one of them. The other one is just covered in the chest area, mostly wrapped this torso. Nothing as dangerous looking, but he looks like he's intent on
I
coming
really
your
wish I
way.
would have brought my alcohol.
So, quick question. One, is there anything I can see around me that could be potentially used as a simple weapon?
Negative.
All right, and two, do we now initiate combat?
Nobody is fighting.
Sure, I just didn't know if like them being.
I
there,
will
yeah,
wait
counted.
until we will wait until somebody decides to call an attack. I mean, they are
Okay.
coming your way, but they may not be coming after you.
They're
All
not
right, well,
initiated.
I am gonna shout back at what I see then, and like, I mean, I've already moved the entirety that I can, so nothing else I can do, I guess.
All right, we're kind of coming back around
So yeah, battle positions, people. Get ready.
With what?
with
I don't
what?
know. Fucking
Joe's got the torch I handed him. That's it.
cock and balls, boys. Unless you just want to run.
Well, you don't have a fucking weapon, but you do. You got a flame. Burn these bitches.
Someone does. I don't have the.
You,
I handed it to you, but it doesn't have much fire left.
it's kind of going out a little bit after it's been shoved up against a branch for a little bit to cause it to ignite.
This sucks. Yeah, don't make me lead this. So I might just run away.
I suggest we go find equipment. Go find our equipment. Burn the hell in bed.
Yeah, good point.
The
So what?
sword's
Everybody
like
hide?
that.
Can we just wait till they pass? Can we hide? Or were they summoned? Because we did
The
have someone
guards-
run by.
Continue running down the hallway.
Did the guards heard my warning, correct?
Yes, they heard you and said, "We're going to check on," and you just kind of barely don't make out a name as they round the corner.
Fuck this.
See ya!
Yeah, we gotta go.
I guess we're back to jolly, aren't we?
Yeah, and so you guys kind of do your rotations how you want.
Charlie first.
Yeah, we gotta go. Like, I'm out the door, I guess.
Move your character then. What is your movement
Yeah.
speed, by the way?
25.
5.
There'd be 4.
Excuse me. Oh, soda.
You get 5 squares.
Move one more down.
Alright. So I burst in the hallway. I see shit to the right? So I go
Well,
left.
To the left, technically.
I gotta scream. So yeah, I would want to move that way.
Yes.
Did I grab somebody else? Somebody else.
No, you got yours.
You should all be able to handle your own character.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
So I can't actually like move you guys at all.
My turn.
Yeah.
Jolly's finished. Yeah.
Jolly's
Yeah,
finished. Go
yeah,
ahead.
that was all I.
Do what you want.
Let's say.
Mine can. Let's see. With speed of 30, that's 6 tiles.
Yep.
Yeah, you got 6.
Spoof your move.
Yes. Okay. Spoof's muted right now, but
Oh,
he moved.
sorry.
Okay. Should we assume that he's finished at that point?
Yeah, I'm good. Sorry.
I
right.
see the apprentice is following suit.
The apprentice is following suit. She is just kind of following the flow right now.
How high are the walls or the ceiling here?
It's a good, what do you say, 10, 15 feet?
Can I do a perception check or something to see if I can like hear if there's anything following behind these two guys that just came around the corner?
Sure.
Standard perception?
Yeah.
Hey.
As you're kind of eyeing this up, you start to see the shadowy third figure coming up to the corner.
Guys, this is another one.
In very similar fashion.
Man, we gotta go.
Yeah, alright. Well, in that case, I'm going to turn around and start booking it this way. So let's see. 1, 3, 4, 5. Well, I can't sit on top of the assistant, so I guess I'll sit here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, and I'm ready to rock. By the way.
Push right past the
Put your
door,
hand.
which I think we're back to, after Flash moves all the NPCs, we're back to Jolly.
Right.
So he's have to be behind me.
That's it. Continue. They just keep moving. You hear Razor clearly makes and Spoof clearly make out the sound of one of the guards saying that he is dead. We need to find a way out of here. So what you hear?
Charlie's move first, isn't it?
I'm gonna pass and come back to mine later, so you guys can get around the
Okay.
corner. Like that way.
You want to move before they go at the end of the rotation instead?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll put you. At
I'll
the
pull
end
up
of
the rear,
rotation.
basically. I just don't want to land on someone
Right.
I'm
or
gonna
be in
go
the road.
here.
I'm going to call him and ask what he sees.
Just the guards and the dead guard so far.
As you come around the corner, you see there's a large pile of rubble. The ceiling had caved in. Still some dust settling. You make out the body of the guard who formerly ran by underneath it.
Do I see any extra? Do I see any extra doors down the hallway?
There is a door at the closest guard and to your right from him.
I'm going to
And
call
he's
him
motioning
again.
everybody and saying, "In here. The gear's in here."
Call it again and ask if you see any of those fancy roots.
Fancy roots.
See any of those fancy roots, Razor?
Do I see any fancy roots?
No, you do not. Nothing in this area is fancy.
Not so far. There's no roots anywhere.
Alright.
That's so.
Okay.
Oh, excuse me.
Good. There we go.
Alright, let's see. Damn this assistant.
What's that?
God damn this assistant. She's cutting me off by one tile.
One tile. I mean, she's going to move slower than you, so please bypass her by now. You would move 10 feet faster than her.
Oh, it's just like I could only move six tiles, and the last
Right.
few turns I've caught right behind her.
Oh, like you've been short?
Yeah, just short back because like the 6th tile would have been on top of her.
Okay.
How was that backwards?
The guards begin to 5, 10, pushing into the room.
I don't want to run backwards.
But she makes it to the door. Excuse me. Continuing.
That would be Razor.
We'll let Razor go first. Razor.
Turn.
Pathfinder.
I can move into the room.
You can get right behind the guard. Pretty much. Yeah, right about there. That's fine.
I'm in the room. It's supposed to have our stuff.
You see a large chest with a few of recognizably your backpacks and backpacks of others who, like more backpacks than you should have had, kind of sprawled this large chest, bottom wall, south wall, that these guards are moving towards. There are some weapons leaning up against the wall, just kind of thrown in here.
Perception check. Are there any... Is mine here, and is there any others besides mine?
You recognize your bow and your arrows sitting next to each other. They're kind of...
And my short swords?
The swords, you can see a few short swords and weapons lying around. Gonna wiggle your jiggle.
There. 2, 4, 5, 6. Let me rotate myself. There we go.
Boom, baby.
From here, can I see any equipment?
It can be hard through your party members to see any of your gear or anything there.
All right.
Draw to wiggle your jiggle.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. What do I got? 2 more unless I sprint?
Yeah. 2 more. I mean, I forgot you guys can use a sprint action and double your movement.
Yeah, but that's
Well,
kind of
I thought-
dangerous. Like, we might not in here. Like, that's actually really...
So you might be
I
moving.
thought you could only do
fairly-
that in combat.
in one, I think you might only be able to do that in one direction, too.
You can just literally double your movement as an action, as in lieu of your action. So you could not,
And we're not-
but you could run twice.
Well, shit. If we're not in combat. We're not attacking. Fuck. Wish I'd have known that sooner.
I totally forgot.
I just don't remember how it is in this one, because sometimes they're harsh about it and let you only, like, charge people. And
This
other
one,
times it is, like,
you
a
get
second
movement,
movement,
just
basically.
as long as you're
Yeah,
not
just
moving
double
in and out.
movement speed, yeah.
Homebrew.
Homebrew. The guards make it up to the chest fine. Everybody kind of gets in here. You can waggle your jiggles in here.
All of us
You-
just
Yeah, just kind of waggling around the chest. Don't make me move you, Jolly.
I want to do a check to see if it's trapped.
Okay.
Is that perception or is that in?
Investigation. I think it's either that or. God.
Guys, they're coming. Where's my shit? Basically, yes. Perception, you said?
Is it just perception or?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, nat 20.
You don't see anything that would indicate.
I can't find my shit, guys. I can't find my shit.
After a hot minute of digging, all of you find your respective packs and weapons.
Is Jolly in here? Oh, there he is. Is there any leftover gear from previous parties?
You see a couple packs, a few extra swords, nothing fancy, a bow or 2.
Dude, I'm gonna grab a pack and just, like, snag it.
Double pack. All right.
Yeah, I'll just grab one and we can divvy it up later. Whatever.
Yeah.
All right. As you finish up,
now.
finish arming up, the first of the 2 starts shambling into the room.
The dice is covering it on my screen.
Click on the dice.
Yeah. Also, quick question: how heavy are these packs?
They're going to be about 59 pounds apiece.
9 pounds. All right, I'm still good.
So, do we all have our equipment back then, or?
Yes, and in the time it took you to strap on your belts and fill your respected holsters that did not get removed, these two have now entered this door. Now we're going to roll initiative.
You said it was 59.5 pounds each?
Just 59.
Yeah. And I forgot how to roll initiative.
I'm trying to find that there.
Jesus.
Is it just a roll? Is it a d20?
Yeah, just click on the initiative thing, the character thing.
Oh, there it is. I see it. Yep.
Roll fucking 2. Everybody
I'll
rolled like
roll
a
high.
fucking 20.
It's a lot of high rolls for initiative because there's not much
Not me,
bonuses
though.
for that. Yours is pretty high, dude. You rolled what? Fucking 13? That's still above 10, which is like okay.
Right. All right, let me get the combat order.
Zombies probably have shitty initiative.
Well, these are also.
They're also tree things. I don't know.
Like
Trees have
possession
shitty
of these
initiative. I don't know. Trees.
Yeah.
Tree zombies. That should be like double bad initiative.
Right.
Do I look like dirt to you?
You may look like dirt.
Dirt
All right.
brains? You can't eat dirt brains, you stupid zombie.
What do we got for rolls?
Yeah, is there an initiative chart?
Razor Jolly both just roll a die.
How would you-
Just
I mean, you go at the
initiative
same
again.
time. Just roll. Don't roll initiative, or just roll initiative again, and whoever is the highest will work. That'll work. Just roll initiative again. All right, Jolly's gonna go second.
Wait, why did they roll initiative again?
Because we tied.
They rolled the same.
Oh,
I'm
it's the
just
time.
gonna get them in a one before the other. I mean, they're gonna go at the same time, but okay. Spoof, you're first.
Okay. I'm gonna move over. And I want to see if I can hit this first one with my short bow.
Short bow. Fire away. You hit
9.
9.
Tracking my arrows here.
Good shot.
All right, Charlie, you're up next.
Alrighty, I'm gonna face these bitches. The other way. And I believe they're 20 feet away, so I can just walk up and smack one. I can do 25 though, right?
You can move 25. You can move up to them, hit one. You could then back away, but he will get a free attack at you.
Corn. I think I want to go here
Okay.
and then smack them.
Schmack away.
Alrighty. Oh, how does one smack?
Hit him in the schmeckle.
If you click on just your hammer, where it says Warhammer in the center there. Hey,
Oh.
looky there. You get to roll damage dice twice.
So
Okay.
in
So
the
you have
chat,
to
just
roll.
click on your.
That'll
On
roll
the,
it once, but
uh,
we do need then to roll just the dice. Because if you click it twice, it's going to roll and add the modifier. I mean, I got just -5 from it, so.
Yeah, you just click the weapon in the chat thing that you just
Yeah.
rolled. It'll roll the dice for you.
Oh. Okay.
Click. Were you using it with one hand only?
No, two hands, because I don't have a
Two-handed. Right on. And then click it again.
Oh, the same Warhammer button.
Yeah, click that again. So we have...
That looks all funky.
It does look a little weird.
I kind of get it, because the right
That is your one-handed, and the other one is your
roll
two-handed. On the
Yeah,
right
but
is
like-
your two-handed.
The
So
right
you roll-
column
Oh
is the only
no!
one that
It already rolled the crit for it. Flash.
Did it? It shouldn't have.
Yeah, it did. It did. on that first roll, the 11 was his damage with the strength modifier, and then the 4, if you hover your mouse over, it says rolling 1d10 for crit is 4.
Okay. Look at there.
Yeah,
So 15.
15. Yep. Well, that's kind of cool. Automatically rolls the crit.
Is it dead yet?
Yeah, that was a pretty good smack.
That's a good whack. It does fall over and just crumple. My mighty crushing blow to the head.
Trebang with the wall hammer.
Razor, you're up next.
I will take a shot at that next one with the longbow.
Fire at wheel. Yeah.
But that's not considered a crit, though.
You didn't roll a 20 on the die.
So I thought, no.
So you got
I just placed it with one arrow.
5. 5. There we go. Svane.
Yeah, let's see here. I'm just making sure on my actual character sheet that the bonuses for my firearm specialty and martial weapon specialty is already applied. But I think we already figured that in, right?
I believe so.
All right. Well, I'm going to. I pull out my gun. And I take aim at the the creature in the doorway.
Oh, you didn't even have to move, did you?
No.
You should
No,
take
I should
steady
be.
aim.
Shouldn't have to anyways. Should I flash? I can move.
That's what I mean, though. Since you don't have to move and you're using a ranged weapon, can't you do a steady aim?
I believe
Take
you're
advantage or some shit.
taking a Pathfinder thing into effect here.
Is it? I don't know. Because that's more house rule. It sounds.
We're just just roll your dice for it.
Roll the dice for it. Okay.
Yeah, he gets perky things later you can do. You do hit.
Okay. Fire!
Fire, my lady.
Fire my Oh, but zombie wood things, do they resist piercing? And are they weak to bludgeoning? I don't know.
Flash, you muted yourself.
Muted.
Maybe the missus just got home.
Oh, man. No, I had to. I was taking health away, and I -8. That is one of those buttons. Is my
Oh,
mute button.
probably fix that.
I gotta use a different button. It's fine. As you're standing there, Jolly, you smash this thing in the face, and it just crumbles. Arrow whizzes in, smashes into it, and then you all hear this massive explosion that you've never heard anything like before. Your ears are ringing slightly. There's a puff of smoke, and there's just a hole just shoved through the chest of this thing.
Oh, so that's going to be my noise.
It's like, fuck, why didn't you warn us out
It is still
loud?
standing fine. It kind of staggered, but it is still standing fine. Where's this go? Our lovely mage apprentice is going to step.
Well, hold on. Since I didn't use any movement, could I potentially have a second action? I'm trying to remember how combat works in this. It's been a while.
You get assigned actions later.
Okay.
Yeah, you get second action stuff. You only get one action in movement. I mean, if you want to move your movement, you feel free.
Isn't there like a bonus?
That's what I was saying. If you don't use your movement, some games let ranged characters take aim as basically their movement.
Well, I don't know about
I mean,
taking
you
aim, but
just get it
I
in
remember there
advantage.
being like a bonus action thing. I'm trying to remember exactly how that mechanic works in this.
As a fighter, you get certain abilities say use a bonus action. You get bonus action turn basically to do whatever your abilities say they can do.
Okay, so bonus actions are for specific abilities.
Right. Like eventually you get to a point where some classes say, as a bonus action, make a second attack. Things like that. Or you get a second attack for free. at certain levels. It'll happen
I'll
eventually.
I'll pull it up here because bonus action is a little vague. It really is.
Yeah.
So let me see here.
In the meantime, the lovely wizard lady steps up towards the top of the room, still keeping in sight of the creature, and casts...
Here's a good example. Rage can be entered as a bonus action.
Yes, you can enter rage as a bonus action. So you could have at the beginning of your turn.
Well, hold on. Let's see. You can take one initial action. Okay, never mind. I was about to say I've got action surge, but that requires me to I can only use it once, and I need to take a fucking long rest after that.
Yes,
Bardic Inspiration is a bonus action.
it is.
Goddamn bards.
And the wizard, you see a small light form at the tip of her hand, and she casts a bolt of red-hot embers at the creature.
Damn.
Should just show that fucking little pew up.
Gotta roll.
Oh, that was about the same.
There's a third one behind him, though, if I remember correctly.
Right.
Who knows how many more there are?
Beast shapes.
Oh, Flash. How many grip points do I have just to start off with? We actually never put that on my character sheet. And he's muted.
Stop rolling 8s, people. That's all I gotta say.
Rebind it to like control 8.
Right. No, the creature takes the shot, is kind of smoldering, but is still standing. As far as grip points go, you will have to check your class sheet for that. I don't know.
Okay.
I believe it is a modifier based off of something plus something else. This one steps into the room and... Oh! All the dice. Does a 7 hit?
Jolly?
That's not good. I was like a
Does
7
7 hit. Does a 7.
That's compared against your...
Yeah, that's the armor count, right? Like
Yeah,
that's not gonna break my armor count. Not-
Okay. That's why I asked.
Yeah. Oh, I was asking if it was a hit because it was so low. Sorry.
Monster, would you stop?
As this is going on, you see Spoof, you hear shambling from behind you. As this battle is happening in the front.
Move. Let's see here. Action. Any way I could use the dash to get around and behind him? Or would that not allow me to? Because I can use a cunning action as a bonus action, and I can use dash, disengage, or hide.
I would say you'd be able to get directly behind him with a dash.
Okay. I want to do that, and then I want to attack him with my sword.
Okay.
And being behind him now, can I use that as a sneak attack as well? Or no? It probably knows I'm there.
Since you're the only one next to him, and he did come in kind of towards you, he would be aware that you were behind him and probably vaguely started turning to come face you.
Oh shit! Where did this guy come from? Sorry, I was watching some.
Blindside him.
Or not watching. I was reading up some shit.
Ah!
Oh no!
That one,
Man,
that's
Taking a
rough.
hearty stab at him, but it just goes through some roots and between the arm and the body, and you're having a hard time judging even where the body would begin.
Somehow you were holding onto the blade and not the handle.
That's right. Take 20 damage.
terrible. Only the blade, not the handle.
All right.
So, that is your turn.
Mine?
You're up next.
No,
No, Razor's up next.
Oh, Razor. Okay.
Wait, I thought Jolly went before me.
He does, so Jolly gets to go next.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna bonk it. So
Swing away.
swing away. I should probably rage, but me.
You hit.
And I hit with a. Thought I clicked it. There we go.
And-
Is it an 8, I guess?
Lovely 8.
What is that, like a 1 on a damage roll? And 4
Right.
plus 3, so it was like a 5. That's not bad.
So 8.
El Kabong.
Takes the hit square and keeps standing.
Part of his face is like mush now.
Slightly caved in, but Razor, you're up now.
I'm going to turn around and aim at the one and help Vasta. Oh, no, not Vasta. Linia, rather. Shoot the.
Fire away.
Do I don't get advantage for shooting in the back?
You don't have anything like that at this time,
Okay, just making sure.
unless your specific class guarantees it. 4. Good big money. You can move any if you'd like.
Okay.
Vestok, you're up.
Alright, I want to see which one looks more damaged.
The one in the corner that you have a hard shot at.
Okay. Well, that one's pretty fucked anyways, it's kind of surrounded, so I'm going to turn and take aim at that one over there.
Right on.
And I am going to fire at that one.
Fires a cannon.
Why did this guard hide behind me?
He just moved there, and then it's as far as he could really go.
Oh, okay, just at the end of his movement.
Oh, another 8 there, Flash, so you might want to unmute yourself when you press the button.
Yep.
There, I did it this time. I remembered. All right.
Another big old boom.
Big old boom. Puff
This
of
room got
smoke.
crazy.
Our lovely wizard friend turns and again fires a bright red light into the back of the one in front of Spoof.
Oh, I thought I was going to be on a fucking 16. It was teetering there.
She does not connect.
I need to make some kind of.
No, you're fine. It goes
By the way,
wide
if you
to the
guys
south.
don't have 3D dice turned on, I'd recommend it because it's just awesome.
Yeah, where's that at?
If you go to your the gear setting in the top right corner of
Okay.
Roll20, and then there should be
Oh,
on like the checkbox or something that says like enable 3D dice.
Automatically roll 3D dice. Here.
Not automatically throw 3D dice. The one above that just says enable 3D dice.
Okay.
Now whenever you roll a dice, it'll see a little graphic. It's nice.
Okay.
Cute.
Pretty neat.
That's pretty neat.
This is a D20. You can tell that it's a D20 because of the way it is. Isn't that neat?
That's pretty neat.
Whoop. clicking all the buttons. I don't know why it does this for the buttons.
Oh my gosh.
Like an idiot.
Oh my god, Svein, that is awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
It's pretty much amazing. So the guard hits, doing 6 damage.
Crazy guard.
Hits.
11.
Who is this?
And-
Bob and Steve? Because we lost fucking.
Thrusting his spear into the chest, the creature falls limp as he lets it fall to the ground. The other creature then makes an attack on his lovely lady friend. Rolling a 7 to hit.
Yo.
You easily duck under the swing.
Oh shit.
Top of the order.
Did you always move?
Oh,
Now the spoofs move.
Oh, that's right. No, yeah, supposed to move. Sorry.
I'm just gonna try and hit him again with my sword.
Poke, 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 poke. Woohoo!
ooh.
You hit fine.
Man.
Big money!
5.
Alright, Jolly, you're up.
All right.
Unless you want to disengage or anything, Spoof.
If I disengage, does that mean he gets a attack at me again?
No, that is what disengage is for, so
Okay.
you can get out of combat with that.
Yeah, I want to back up. Can I do that?
I believe so. I'm not
I think it's
100%.
1 square. You get 1 square to
Yeah, I think it's
Basic
1 square as
move
well.
without.
Combat disengage.
My page does not show.
Disengage. If you take the disengage action, your movement does not provoke opportunity attacks for the rest of the turn. That is it.
No, is that an action though? You can't
That's
use
a-
that.
It's his bonus
It's a
action.
bonus action. It's a cunning action that I
bonus
get.
action.
Yeah,
So can you
okay.
attack and then disengage?
Yes. Which
Yeah,
you
that's
just did.
pretty badass.
that's what I
then.
did. So,
Is that,
Yeah. They're ankle
Was that like a
biters.
rogue thing or?
Yeah, rogues
Yeah.
are ankle biters.
so it doesn't
That's
say
fine.
anything about.
No, you just
No, you
you
totally
can
get
move
to
your
do
full
that.
movement and get out of anything as long as you, and even you can roll around enemies as long as you don't leave that one square their range, basically. But you're going to be backing out of that range, I assume.
Yeah, I was just gonna kind of go back 2 squares if that's.
That's fine. That's more than fine.
Nope.
Jolly, you're up.
So he is out of range of me to charge him, I believe.
You could get up to him, but you would not be able to attack him.
Can I just take like a couple steps over to here and then throw a fucking javelin at him?
You sure
the
can try.
javelins?
I have some javelins.
Also, I'm not sure how like equipping and arming yourself like mid combat works. Is that an action, like to put away and take out another weapon, or what?
That's true.
Basically, he's got them at the ready, and he's just kind of letting his hammer like either side.
I do not have a shield, so I can one hand my hammer and
You can throw the hammer as other hand and just draw the.
Okay.
Hammer's
back
nice
forward
like
thing.
that. Yeah.
I mean, it's possible. It's
One of the perks of one-handing it, or two-handing a one-handed weapon.
right. I mean, if it's like something you had to put completely away, and like a big unwieldy weapon, but javelins he's gonna have on a.
But these are more
sling
like
that
throwing
he can get
knives
to.
for a warrior, basically. So that's
Yeah.
the way I understand it.
Fucking
'Cause I have
knives.
hand axes too. Do I want to throw a hand axe or a javelin
whatever.
here?
Well, what's going to do more damage?
They do the same fucking thing. Just one does slashing, one does piercing. So I probably want to do slashing. So here goes a hand axe. But I don't want to click this because this is going to do the wrong modifiers. I'm pretty
Are you
sure.
sure? Click it.
What do you mean exactly? Like, why would it be the wrong modifiers?
Because this is if I melee swung it, I believe.
You're throwing it.
But I'm
You're not
throwing.
shooting it. You're throwing it, so it's strength based.
Right. Okay.
Right.
It's my strength is fantastic. It gives it like a plus
Yeah.
5.
I mean, it's
And I
That'd be
rolled an
cookies.
11.
you hit fine. Roll
But
some
I don't
damage.
think I get. Yeah.
Click that button. 8. This
Because I don't think I get my proficiency modifier. That's what I'm not supposed to.
you shouldn't get that.
But that was on the to
You're
hit.
proficient in hand axes, so
Well, I'm throwing it though.
you're proficient in hand axes. Is a thrown and non-thrown.
Oh, okay. I'm just retarded.
You're retarded. Just stop.
Okay. It just feels weird to be able to throw the thing just as good as I can hit something with it.
As long as it's in range.
I guess that makes sense too. I'd be like a throwing dude.
I mean, you have a very limited range,
Yeah. But yeah, I did that.
which you should have had disadvantage on that throw.
Do you want to redo it?
You probably should.
Actually, that's out of range?
You have a range of 20 feet on the throw.
For the max of 60, that's actually puts them even being able to reach it.
Yeah,
One,
say
two, three,
between
four.
the 20 is
I
your
get
standard
25
throw, and
feet or
past that
20?
20.
You get 20. If you look at
Yeah,
your
one
the
more.
hand axe there, like on the chat box, you'll see a 20 and
I have a
then
speed of 20.
20 over 60.
So yeah, I mean, if you want to scooch up one more, that's
1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm 20 away.
Yep, you're right. You're right on line. I think we'll let it slide for now.
Sorry, yeah, I did not even think that those things would be that short. Like, wow.
They have
that
a
is-
short range, but they hit like a truck. He takes
Yeah,
his
hit
axe
really easy.
square in the back.
You like
and
I
it
took on the
just
London
embeds
Bridge?
there. Yes,
Is that too
sir.
soon? Is that too
Yeah.
soon?
A little bit, but he does not fall. Razor, you're up.
If you want to step back, you can, because I'm here. If it charges you, it
But
can.
we've hit him several times already. He's got to be coast to coast.
Yeah, he's got to be.
So
Seriously, though, if you want to take a step back, that might be a good idea, actually. Oh,
I will approach and swing with my dual sword short swords.
Swing away.
How you want to do that?
You
Main
attack
hand
with
swing,
one,
yeah.
and the other one is a bonus action, and you do not get. Do you have 2 weapon fighting or archery?
Do what?
Do you have 2 weapon fighting or archery as your fighting style?
Archery.
Archery. Basically, you get to make an attack with your primary hand, which is a 10, which does hit. So go ahead, roll the damage for that, and we'll see if it just finishes it off or not. Big money.
brutal.
With that slashes across the back. It kind of catches that and starts turning towards you. Go ahead and make an attack with your offhand weapon like you normally would.
Did you just fucking unhook its bra strap or something?
Yeah, right. You hit again, but you don't get your dexterity bonus on the offhand sword for damage.
So it'd be
Okay.
7.
You just get the dice roll.
So,
You don't get it on the damage.
So I hit it with 1.
You hit it with 1, which
God, how did you roll 2 1s in a row for the damage?
very carefully. You slash it twice across the back very quickly, and it just turns and faces you.
Scratched
1 in
it
36
twice.
chance of happening, by the way.
Alright.
Just pick up my axe out of his
Vastok
back.
is up next.
Alright. How worn does this zombie look?
It's hard to tell with it being a fairly undead creature,
Fair enough.
and you guys don't know anything about zombies, so
Yeah.
I mean-
none of us are arcane.
Not even me?
Fine, none of us are divine faith.
I mean, you concentrated more on empiric side
I guess I did.
and not
Yeah.
much on the dark magics.
What's the difference?
You're an engineer.
You didn't. You looked at because vampirism's more of a natural thing from creature to creature. Spread from creature to creature. It's not a spell.
I'm gonna give you guys AIDS.
Basically,
It's
It's I don't already have them.
middle-aged age. Middle-aged.
AIDS.
Middle-aged.
I'm gonna go ahead, I guess, cock the hammer back and take aim again and fucking pull the trigger on this motherfucker.
Fires a cannon. 15 hits.
And look at him go.
He takes a shot, blowing almost half the top of the cranium off, and it is still standing, looking very hungry.
Oh shit! I could have
I
earned
shit
a grip
you
point
not.
from that. If it was,
Shit you not.
somebody just like blow on him because it's like he's about done. Sneeze in his direction there.
Yeah, sweep out his get gray matter that's hanging out there.
He have
Does she have any like force things? 'Cause I bet if she knocked it down, it would die.
Like I say, if you just fucking blow on it. By the way, random side note, forgot to mention this with the 3D dice. If you guys didn't notice, the color you chose for your like little icon down that's the same color as the dice. So
You can change that. I took mint green.
I am red.
Spoof's the sexy green.
So y'all, you will be pink.
I am pink.
The man.
She kind of steps down here.
Jeez, fucking hit that ball harder. I don't know how you're vape.
She doesn't really have a very good shot.
Your vaporizer.
But she is kind of cowering behind you guys, seeing all these attacks not being effective against the creature. The guards then take their actions. Moving to here and here.
Oh yeah, bodyguards. Treat me like a captain already.
Right. The guard to the south of Razor is in range and attacks with his spear, lunging forward.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Is it 12 a hit? I think it's 12.
It's a hit. But
Dude, this thing's gonna get pin cushioning.
it now has a spear lodged in its shoulder, and it is still just pissed off at the world.
Can we not kill it unless we crit it? Should we just fucking stasis it and get the fuck out of here?
Hey, I didn't do that. Apparently I did that. I clicked club. I wanted this.
And the wrong time to, actually roll something good, you asshole.
Right?
Yeah. For the zombie.
The creature swings at Razor. An 8 does not most likely hit your armor count, and it just swings wildly, kind of scraping off your shoulder into armor. Just
watch out for all the weapons hanging off of it.
Just the shit stuck out of it. It is now Spoof's turn.
Okay. Is he thoroughly distracted right now? Can I move in with sneak attack?
He is not, as long as another character is in melee range.
Okay, just making
you can
sure.
Get a sneak attack. As long as they are in melee range, you can get a sneak attack.
I'm going to move in here. I'm going to
get that sneaker.
Sneak attack. Can I with my rapier and my dagger?
You have to do it on the primary attack.
Okay, primary attack. Okay, so rapier.
Hits.
Does it? Oh man.
They have low armor. Okay.
7.
Nailed it.
Plus whatever your sneak attack is for your d6s. I don't know. 2 or 3.
Crap. I have that here.
The roguey goodness.
The roguey goodness.
3. So 11, 14.
14?
Yep.
Only 14? You rolled 3 crappy d6s?
Oh, crap.
Yeah, you gotta roll those d6s.
3 d6s, okay. Sorry.
So
first time playing a rogue. I'm sorry.
I apologize. Yeah, you gotta roll that die.
Okay.
Because this is where you get your money shot. Phrasing.
Make it count. Where we're going.
Alright.
Ooh. Crunchy.
Can't you just type in roll
6 on
roll
that?
D6?
So, 17?
Yes.
All right. You come in almost a blur. You cross the distance between you and the creature, stepping and pointing the rapier up through the back of the skull, straight out the missing half of it. As you pull out, the creature just slumps to one side. Good.
Woo! Alright. Can we move then? Is it after combat?
We are post-combat.
And how much XP did we get?
We'll figure that at the end of the game when we're done for the day.
The end of the session.
Yeah, we'll add it all in at the end of the day. A safe stream time.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I'm gonna take a second look at all this shit in the room. Like, is there anything worth a damn?
Nothing. The barrels seem fairly rotted through. If this was something for storage wise, whatever's in them are gone, rotted beyond use. Your stuff was just piled in a pile in the corner.
Okay.
You can retrieve your hand axe. And how many arrows did you shoot? Razor?
So what?
How many arrows did you shoot?
I fired 3. I kept track.
Okay, roll an investigation check.
Investigation check.
11, you recover. One of those is not damaged enough to use again. All seems quiet.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Can I get my arrow that I shot? I have one arrow.
Your what?
I have one arrow that I shot earlier. Can I get that back?
Roll an investigation check. How about some creepy dungeon music?
Why was that not going the whole time?
Because I just got the playlist built up.
Oh.
And I don't have really action music. I have some creepy stuff. That's about it.
Alright, well, I'm gonna, quickly stow my, firearm. Maybe nobody noticed.
Yeah.
You recover your arrow fine.
Awesome.
Anyways, I need to, me as the military man, what's our patrol line gonna be? We have to
you
get
know
out
what's-
of this place in
there's a
single file
door-
line, but we need to get this figured out. Or are we next to a door that's, totally outside?
Are you?
I don't know, I think I'm in a room.
One of the guards pokes his head around the corner, stating that he just sees a lovely hall. They continues. The other guards following suit there, wanting to
Lovely hall.
get the hell out. That's a lovely dungeon hallway.
Yeah, let's go out this fucking place.
And they proceed down the hallway to its end.
I'll pull up the rear. Woo!
All right, I'll just kind of move you guys over.
Yeah, please do.
Double. I'm gonna move you over there.
I got
You enter a hallway, stretches left to your left and right. There is a door to your left, and a door closer to your right.
Well, what's the call, guys?
What's the call, guards?
They go north. Oh god, I'm drawing squares. I'm sorry. Quickly adding things to the map. Because I can.
You're gonna draw shapes, I'm gonna draw shapes. Woo!
Oh god. Control Z. For the love of God. They proceed up to this door. And in.
Do they see anything? Can they?
There is a dead guard in there, and that is all they see. He has his clothes on him.
Is it like a dead end in there?
Just like the room you left.
Well, the room we left had 2 ways in.
Well, your original storage room.
Well, I'm investigating that dead guy.
The other one goes to the corner and states that it is the hall you ran down earlier.
Also, by the way, I don't hear any music right now.
It's pretty soft.
No, I mean, there's nothing playing. I'm looking at the jukebox. There we go.
Yeah, let me turn it up. Sorry.
It's too loud,
That's all right.
yeah.
My end was fine.
And you need to tweak this up a little bit.
Yeah. Or I need to turn mine down, maybe.
We'll play with it later and get a better setting.
Yeah, mine's turned all the way up by default, so.
Yeah.
I feel
So
like
this
we
way
probably
appears
should
to be.
look at this other
Yeah.
hallway or other door. I guess since I don't know if it's a hallway or not.
I'm investigating this body. That's what I'm doing. Where's my investigation? Oh.
The music stopped again.
It's quiet and subtle.
I'm on the fucking jukebox page. Nothing currently
It is
coming down.
playing.
Well,
it
I
is-
guess I'm fucked.
Yep, you're screwed. You don't get to enjoy it.
Aw.
As you pat down the guard, he doesn't have anything really
Nothing in the
noteworthy
pockets?
on him. Like 2 gold.
I'll take that.
Scoop. It is yours now.
And I don't know if I want to split the group though any more than we already have.
The guards are starting to head back your way.
I'll stick with the rogue.
They just kind of start heading back to join you.
All right. Well, I'm gonna.
I will. Go ahead, Spoof.
This doorway here.
Okay.
And
Why is it not doing that thing I told it to do?
can I? Okay.
It might be. Hang on.
Do a perception check to see if I see anything.
Sure.
Do I see anything? I guess.
In front of you, straight down the double hallway, is a set of double doors. And a hallway that extends down to the south to what appears to be a set of stairs.
I want to let them know that I found a set of double doors and stairs. Anyone hear me?
Oh, you cut out.
Sorry.
You saw double doors.
I see there's a couple of double doors down here and what appears to be stairs.
I'm gonna go to where the rogue's at.
Yeah,
I actually might have to move me because I have no idea where the rogue went.
Down here.
That body didn't have anything on it, so I'm
Nope.
coming.
Yeah, everybody kind of wiggle down here. Alright. Everybody's just kind of going this way.
I actually
Alright.
pee real quick.
Be quick about it.
Take this opportunity to do the same thing. I'll be right back.
Pee break. 2 minutes.
No more.
Squeaky chair.
Sounds like you need WD-40.
Right.
Get the panther piss.
Panther piss.
Oh, I'm not gonna take a bathroom break. Instead, I'm gonna clean this fucking stem. Getting dirty. I need to get another one, and then I could clean one, and then soak the other one.
Yeah.
I set that retardedly. I can use one while I soak the other one.
Look at you. Use them brains.
Yeah, derp, derp, derp. I can get a full walk around.
And I'm back. All right. Sorry about that.
Welcome back.
Sorry, I'm back. Go ahead.
Alright, everybody back?
Yep.
Alright. Who wants to make the next move?
Well, who went last?
We all just kind of caught up here, so Spoof was kind of spearheading this.
Okay.
Real quick, the down the end of the hallway that I'm currently in, is that just a dead end down there?
Just a dead end.
Okay, then...
Okay, I see the stairs.
Yeah, probably go towards the stairs.
As you approach the stairs and enter this very tiny hallway here, you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Evan?
As you start entering the hallway, you hear a slight rumbling sound above you as part of the ceiling starts to fall.
Oh shit.
As you duck back, you catch a large rock on the shoulder, taking 5 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
But you avoid the majority of the... And that has now sealed that path.
So there's just the double doors now?
Double doors. let's not do that. Let's do that.
Ready to go.
All right. Vastok, you have approached the doors.
Yep, I'm gonna approach the doors. I want to check those. I want to check that for a trap.
All right. Perception.
Let's put this apple juice down.
Oh man.
I'm mixing it. I'm mixing it with some Applejack, and I'm also mixing some Sprite in that.
A whole 7. Look at you. The door does not appear to be trapped in any way.
Alright, I would like to crack it open just a bit and try to peer through. So I'm gonna go. I'll just move my guy right up there, I guess.
I'm just going to do this. As you peek through, push the door open slightly, enough to kind of peer across and vaguely into the room. Ta-da!
We got a problem, guys.
Uh-oh. What's the problem?
Well, one of them appears to be the undead we just fought, and the other one, I have no idea what that is.
Do a fucking... We're not inside.
Perception.
What is that? Perception check and tell us what the fuck it is.
Roll me another one. Oh, God. As far as you can tell, it looks plant-like. Kind of bushy.
Another tree thing.
And
Can we
humanoid.
make fire? Can we make fire?
What happened to your torch?
Down. Oh my god, what happened to my torch?
You dropped it along when you grabbed your
Yeah,
hammer.
I was gonna say I left it back when we picked up our shit.
Well, I mean, I do have a tinderbox at least. I don't have anything to start on fire.
Yeah, everything's wet down here too. It's fucking schwampy.
I have a couple of flasks of oil and 5
Razor,
candles.
did you bring the kitchen sink?
Flasks of what?
I did, but
Oil.
that didn't include anything that goes through.
And 5
I've got
candles.
tinderbox too.
Nothing burns in there?
No, except for tinderbox. That's it.
And a tinderbox as well.
Well, there's only so far I can see. There's only 2 people in there. There may be more, but I don't know if it's worth wasting that kind of resource for now.
Whoa!
It can come in handy later.
Can't we just put rags on our weapons and light them on
Oh,
fire?
so does anybody else see? Like, does anybody else actually see this on
They
the
can
map?
see through the door now because you kind of pushed it open,
Okay.
and they can see straight in and see the one creature straight in.
Gotcha. It's to the left, the plant thingy to the left. Is it safe to assume that I can see it as being vaguely humanoid?
Vaguely humanoid in shape.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, that's not good. I would rather just be a goddamn flower I can go up and smell, but
It's humanish.
oh shit! Before we actually go into combat, I do want to take this time to reload my pepper box.
Okay, you reload and have a full 6 rounds.
Got to do that last time.
God. Do we have any stun grenades or anything we can open this with a bang? I don't know.
Stun grenades.
I don't
What
know.
are you talking about?
I'm thinking about things I should have thought about when they were back like weeks ago in town.
Oh, I just meant like that.
I was
sounds
more
like
worried
some
about talking to the
voodoo
animals.
Magic bullshit.
Voodoo magic bullshit.
I was busy talking to the fucking cat when I should have been buying bombs.
Alright, Mr.
What the hell
Barbarian.
is a grenade?
Grenade. You might. Do you? You guys have fun? What do you do?
Well, we're not in combat yet, are we?
Nothing in the room seems to have noticed you yet, and you hear some kind of muttering.
I'm gonna make
Who here knows
a stealth check to see if I can make my way up to the doors. See if I can see anything better.
Okay.
All right.
Make a
If
stealth
anything
check.
happens, you let us know. We'll be in there.
We gotta go back.
I
Yeah.
think there's some more roots in the corner, so we could.
The signal is signal.
Signal!
It's just shouting signal.
That scared my doge.
And
I don't know how to tell you this.
yeah, I'm not a very
Please approach
stealthy
the door
rogue.
like you would. Please approach the door as you were.
As you would.
As you were. As you approach the corner, you catch the edge of a piece of root and a small snapping sound occurs. The bushy green creature turns its head, still kind of muttering on its breath in language that you do not understand.
Is it a language that I can understand? I know...
As far as I know, none of you know how to speak any of these languages.
I know Common, Abyssal, and Undercommon.
No.
Okay. I do want to make a stealth check, though, to remain hidden.
Okay. Continue.
Fuck.
This is not a very stealthy group because you're doing it wrong.
Trip on the same route as him?
As you finish pushing the door open and the row kind of pushes through and steps on that crack, the doorknob on the backside of the door on your side just clanks against a rock. Causing this creature to rotate and look to you, and the creature that was muttering kind of raises an eyebrow as it's looking at Spoof from here. It's still muttering in its breath. It has raised one hand vaguely above its head with a blue glowing light kind of emanating from it. Then proceeds to press it down on the chest of the guard on the table in front of it that you can now see Spoof. He's not struggling very much, but he's trying.
There's this weird thing in here. It's doing something to a guard on an altar.
Billy?
Is the guard alive or dead?
He is struggling, but he is exhausted.
Struggling,
okay.
Gotta
looks
save
exhausted.
Billy, guys.
I mean, one of those, weird roots.
Spoof can see one and they're very large. These are huge,
Yeah, I can see
4 feet
one.
wide. They're more like small trees. This room does extend to about 20, 30 feet up. It's a very large room.
Who's turn?
Now you get to do initiatives.
Oh boy.
We gotta save Billy.
Yeah, look at me. Damn it, look at Spoon.
Shit, hang on. I'm coming. Dead
The initiative button, Jolly.
I'm going.
So I'm playing with all the rocks that fell. That's what's happening. And the dwarf is being lazy.
Alright, where are we at?
I think the dwarf's one playing the rocks. That's like his home turf.
Right.
Super concerned
Alright.
about Billy.
Get out of this.
Distractingly concerned about Billy.
Doing some initiative rolling.
Billy was my favorite guard.
God damn it, you're so lucky these zombos have a negative to their initiative.
Well, okay then.
Right. Boof, you need to re-roll, please.
Okay.
You have to no, you do not. You lose that one.
Why did he roll initiative again?
Because he matched with somebody else. And
What do you
I
mean? Oh,
he matched with the
creature, got it.
the apprentice with you.
Oh, the apprentice.
Yes. She will be going first,
Oh, crap.
and then Spoof.
Hey, at least this is the time you get the nat 1. Hopefully it'll never happen again. Just get it out of the way.
I wouldn't count on that.
Then,
No, probably not. Then again, I've had more luck with these virtual dice than I have with my actual dice.
It's about the same for me.
All my dice hate me. I love these dice. I know. I love just
Spooky music.
my very first set. I don't have spooky music. Sad.
I don't know how to fix that. Well, we'll work on it later.
I guess I'll just listen to Ye Banished Privateers.
You do that. So it's going to go Apprentice, Spoof, Svein, the little bushy type creature, the Zombos, Razor Jolly.
Yeah, here go last.
I go last. Alright. The Apprentice, lovely lady Apprentice, steps up behind Spoof's character, pointing at the creature straight across in front of her and fires a bolt of goodness, hitting it and damaging it for 2.
Oh, fucking 2!
It's not calculating her
Hey, they're weak to fire though. Double damage.
bonus into that.
Yeah, I think you're assuming that, Jolly.
Yeah, I am. I'm just shitting that out there.
Right.
I mean, I would probably agree. I would draw the same assumption, but...
No, 2. Yeah, she does only 2. Spells are weird in this.
It's fire damage.
Oh, not like that. We want...
How does weakness and resistance work? Is resistance half
basically, they
damage
take 2
double
times
for-
the
Yeah.
specific type of damage. So if you say I did... Because some weapons do a specific number of dice of type damage, and then that is doubled.
Right.
So if you have a weapon that does a specific amount of a specific type of damage, call it out so we can do that.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was saying. Well, she does fire, and these are undead / swamp / tree things.
Yeah.
They might not be weak.
Yeah, they're not susceptible to fire. They're much more hardy looking than the roots that you had to fight earlier. So Spoof next.
All right. Well, I'm gonna move into room and
Straight to your south as you enter the room, you hear a muffled kind of exclamation as you see Adorian Corster being held by one of the creatures, kind of holding him subdued. He's struggling against it.
I'm gonna take a shot at that zombo down there then with my short bow.
Fires a missile. You barely hit. You scrape it right across the head, but enough to do damage.
6 damage.
Oh, come back. Svein, you are next.
Alright, I mean, I guess I'm gonna move into the room a bit. I'm gonna go right over here. Oh!
Oh,
Who's that down there next to the Zambo?
that's Adorian Corster, the man you were sent to find. He is being held against his will by one of the creatures in the corner.
We should free him.
Alright, I'm going to take aim at that creature because I want to free him because he could probably help us.
Fires a missile.
Set.
Fires a missile.
See here, I'm checking my grit points thing.
I pull out my gun.
I'll pull out my gun again. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna. I'll wait until to use my grit point.
Fantastic, you hit.
Blah, 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 blah.
Not gritty yet, huh?
Yeah.
That's a good hit.
A blast hits it square in the chest, right beside the head of Adorian. He's freaking out because there's a large, massive smoking explosion in front of his face. Punched into the shoulder of the creature. But it is still standing.
I got these things.
They're tough. They're tough, some bitches. After that... Nope, go away. The bushy thing in the room is still holding his hand upon the chest of the guard table, finishing what looks like some kind of incantation. The blue light fades. She then turns to you guys. And then proceeds to... steps over this way. Up. And then just kind of steps up behind the zombie there. As she does so, you see the guard on the table's eyes open wide with a blue glow. And then roots sprout out of his chest and start wrapping around his... as he then turns into one of these creatures.
Really? No.
No!
Really? His name's changed like 3 times.
Right. After that, these zombos get to go. This one approaches here. This one stands up and moves to here. This one shifts this way with a Dorian.
Alright, so everybody else is in that room except for me and Razor, right? And the guards.
And the guards.
I got a bow. I can poke all this stuff.
Forgot to put the guards in.
And we've got a hallway and
Make
guards.
them go last. Make the guards go last. I totally rolled like a 2.
Quick question, Flash. What was the distance that I can't fire? As like, how close is it?
If they are in your grill, you cannot shoot. You shoot it with disadvantage.
Okay, and then drawing my sword. Like, if I have my gun out, like, is that the whole bonus action, or is that just an action?
I'd say so for now.
Okay.
We'll refine it later. So Razor, you're up.
Nice.
Actually, gets him almost to the table. He's kind of ushering him to the table.
I'm gonna move up behind the apprentice, and I am going to take a shot at those 2 zombies next to our sorcerer guy we're looking for. And I'm going Horde Breaker.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna take 2 shots, 1 at each of those since they're within 5 feet.
Right on.
Do the closest one first.
Hit.
Okay. And we talked about this earlier. It's just another regular attack roll on my next one, right?
Yes.
Minus, or is it just same as always?
As far as I know, it was just a regular attack.
Yeah, they just had to be real close.
Hit.
Oh. I'm done.
Ooh.
Side note: was there a cooldown for that, or can I just do that every time?
Let me think. Let me check. I think it's probably a.
Yeah, I didn't see anything about it saying after doing so take whatever long.
I thought you could do as much as you wanted. It's just they have to be super close to use it.
Horde Breaker on each of your turns when you make a weapon attack, and
Yeah.
another attack if they're within range.
Sweet.
So now that one zombie takes one to the back of the head and is still standing. Jolly, you're up.
Orf.
All right. I don't know. I'm gonna move with the guards, and we're just gonna push up in front of Razor. Then is that? Can I just call that?
You can hold your action to go after them. They go right.
Yeah. I'll just fill in beside them or next to them. Like I don't want to trip over each other. It's dumb.
That's as far. They can go. Well, I mean, they can step all the way up in here. So
they can charge, right? We can all charge in.
I don't think you get charge attacks. I don't think charge is an ability. But your 25 would put you right behind that one guard. Yeah, they moved 30. You're right behind them. That's close enough. Since they are at the maximum movement, they're both going to make attacks. One on the one.
Did they take charging out? No way.
As far as I can remember, he hits, doing a whopping
2.
2. The other guard attacks the other one, missing horribly. Top of the order, mage gets to go. She steps in here, casting. Just a standard firebolt at the creature in front of her, hitting for 10. All right, boof.
Okay, well, can I move? I can move through my allies, right?
You can move through allies, and as long as you do not exit that 5-foot range, yeah, you're fine. They were allies. But yes, you can move through allies, fine.
Okay. Well, I am going. Short bow, the one in front of me.
Right on. You hit.
Oh, you're right.
Wow. It eats that arrow too and just keeps kind of pushing the Dorian towards the table. Svein.
Okay. The roots that I don't know if those are the only ones in the room, but the ones that are behind me, how close am I allowed to? I guess I'm probably something I'm not gonna know. I guess. Shit. I have a clear shot at the guy keeping the mage hostage, so I guess I'm gonna try to like. Is this in range of those roots?
No, you're fine.
Okay, I'm gonna go there then, and I'm gonna take aim at the zombie holding the mage hostage again. But
Alright.
I think I'm going to right now use a grip point.
Okay.
And use dead shot, which means I can gain advantage on this attack roll.
Yep.
We blah, blah, blah. Change that. Wow.
Big
2
money.
or 3. Are you shitting me?
Big money. Good thing you took it.
No.
Yeah, you would have hit with both.
Bad thing I took it. What fucking horrible fucking results.
You hit with your attack. 8.
Don't mute.
You catch it in the side of the head, and it just falls over dead.
Oh, it's dead. Awesome. I regained that grip point. Or the grip point. Kick ass.
Okay.
Do I still have time to talk?
You can shout something if you want.
I want to yell at that mage and ask him if he's good to fight.
From the shot, and the falling over the creature, he falls. He is kind of struggling to stand back up as you try to shout that. He does look worse for wear. I mean, he's probably been here for the better part of a week. On hearing that, where's she at? She's over here. She steps up here and then makes an attack at Svein.
No!
Because she can from this distance. Rolling a 10 to
I
hit.
suppose I can, 10 to hit. My armor class is 14.
Fantastic.
So.
And she roll low.
Yeah, a swinging blow goes over your head, but you dodge it. Sorry. Now the zombos now get to make their attacks. Ooh.
Ooh.
That guard takes a solid hit to the head. Now
Billy's hit.
This guard also takes a hit.
Bobby's hit.
Bobby shit. Razor, you're up.
My turn. I will take another longbow shot at the zombie or the undead thing on the left.
Okay.
I don't know, man.
You hit.
7.
It takes the arrow and crumples to the ground. Jolly?
Step. Which way do I need to go around here? Oh! Which way is even? Doesn't even matter, does it? 2, 3 to step in there like that?
Pretty much. That's at least 10 feet. Skirt around it.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm gonna swing
Alright.
my Warhammer set.
You hit?
12. Oh,
Are you one or two handing it?
I'm two-handing it.
Okay.
Do I want the 1 or the 10?
Good question. The guards both make their series of attacks. This one impaling this one in the chest. And it crumples to the ground dead.
Oh, yeah.
The other guard then takes 5. Runs up here and makes his attack.
Damn, all 4s.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Wow.
he does not hit.
Oh. Billy,
Then
that's
it
weak.
is
Weak, Billy, weak.
Mage's turn. She runs over to her master and is helping him stand up. Then turns and casts a firebolt at the creature. Hitting
Nice.
and doing 10 damage.
We gotta look good in front of her master.
Spoof, you're up.
Okay. Move over here. I'm going to use my cunning action to hide. If I
Okay,
can.
roll a stealth check. Yep, I'll need a stealth check for that.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
Trying to find my buttons.
Ah, son of a bitch.
You're not hitting very
No, I'm
well.
not hitting.
It's fairly well lit, and you're standing next to some.
I tried.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm just going to shoot a bow. See what
Fires
happens.
missile. You do not hit. Sven,
Next.
you're up.
My turn? Alright. I guess I'm gonna use my grip point again and do a another deadeye shot.
Fantastic. Better. It does hit.
Alright. No, wait!
All right.
How many of these are gonna roll in one night?
A bunch, apparently. She takes the shot to the back. Now she's kind of looking around, very kind of edgy and worried. She's mumbling out loud, kind of talking to herself in a way.
Is it intelligible in any way?
Who all speaks Elven.
I do.
That would be half elves included in that, right?
Anybody who can speak Elven can
Nope.
understand what she's saying.
I'm gonna go with no.
She's kind of. I mean, I believe half elves get it for free.
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Half elves get it for free. Anyone who can speak Elven understands that she's saying that. Why are you doing this? I am trying to stop the large man from causing a lot of havoc on the Green Sky Knight. And she just keeps repeating it.
And I keep repeating X to face. Or I guess Tamara.
As she's muttering this, she does swing at this guard. Poor bastard. Yep. And he takes a whack to the head.
Really?
He's not feeling good. He's starting to breathe heavy, has a couple bleeding scratches and stuff on him. After that, Razor is up.
Can I ask her in Elven to explain who the big man is, or whatever she's talking?
She does not seem to recognize it. Just seems real edgy and just go. Serious, just go. Wanting to get out but can't. Just kind of looking around like a panicked animal in a corner. She's not paying it. Does not hear what you say. Just keeps muttering over and over. Stop the group. Stop the big man. Prevent the Green Knight.
Yes, shoot her with a longbow.
You hit. That arrow strikes her, and she repeats the message one last time as the air leaves her lungs.
This is the police. Put your hands in the air.
This is the police.
Anybody understand what she was saying? I'm yelling this, by the way.
I think I got it pretty good. It was something like, and then no breathing.
No breathing.
Something about the big man and the Green Knight.
Oh. Not what I heard.
I'm gonna take this time to reload, by the way.
Okay, you have a full 6.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this time to heal that guard up. Like, he looks fucked up. You need to look at him.
I also want to inspect the mage we just rescued.
Yeah, we need to talk to the
He looks worse for wear, but like he will make the trip back.
Is he good to fight in any way?
He
or aid?
Not going to be much use. He does not have his casting implement.
Give that man some water.
Give that man some water. And taking a few minutes, you can use any hit dice to fill up your hit points that you would like. The guard does a little bit. My triangle back.
Use a hit dice.
And he gets some of his health back.
2.
The other guard does the same. And basically... Alright. Dorian, thanks you all for the rescue. We need to get out of here and get back.
Oh, hold on, let's stop. Before we go anywhere, what happened down here?
That creature you just vanquished is called a dryad. In touch with the nature very heavily in this area. She knows of a large man, probably a giant of some sort, building a force to the north somewhere, still in the swamp, for an event called the Green Knight. I want to get back and research this and find out what that knight is. We need to go as soon as possible.
I do want to search the dryad, though, to see if there's anything useful.
Nothing terribly useful, just a little blood that you probably won't get much for, or some flesh.
Can we, like,
What?
take the head
In
of
a
the
plant
trophy?
creature? I feel like it'd be chlorophyll.
Yeah, can we take the head as a trophy, like Witcher style? Is that
I mean, if you want to have like a fucking dead rose on your mantle.
maybe. It could smell okay for a while.
Can I see if I can get my arrows back?
Roll investigation.
Yeah, yay or nay on the dryad head, can I?
I mean, do.
I'm grabbing it.
You find whatever 2/3 of whatever you rounded down is of what you shot. That's about all you're gonna get. That's about all you're gonna get.
I just killed a creature I never heard of before. I'm stoked.
I'm going to do the same. Look for my 4 arrows.
Investigation check. You also get half of what you shot.
I forgot to mention I sheath my or holster my gun quickly and again try to act like nothing happened, like I didn't have that.
I just turn and say, lad, it's too late to be hiding that piece.
I was swinging my sword and yelling really loudly.
In a cloud of smoke. Smoke poof. Dorian, after a few minutes of kind of sitting, is starting to push people to leave again. He is anxious to get back to Fulham and begin some research on this.
Are there any other survivors? And why were you left alive?
I don't know. I was next on the block. You guys showed up then.
That seems awfully convenient to me.
I want to get out of this place. I need to just want to get out. So I move that we get out of here.
Yeah, I'm ready to rock.
I agree. Let's get the hell out of Dodge.
Got my stick, got my head.
Alright, I mean, I guess I basically, I agree, just not really
Right.
excitingly, I guess, where I can't think of the word, but I'm keeping my eye on that wizard the entire time.
Right on. The guards and wizards
I'm not
start
keeping him out of my sight.
down the other path, which most likely leads out. They get to a point in a room that has a few items on some shelves and a table. Anything in here worthwhile is gone. Scooch. Because I'm a dick.
Sorry, I didn't know we were supposed to move around characters there.
No, I'll wiggle you guys. You do a quick scan of the room. Doesn't give any good, details or anything productive.
Nothing we can loot?
Nothing worth any value. As you proceed around to the next area, there's a table covered with some parchments and scrolls.
I go up there and immediately begin, skimming them.
Skimming them.
Trying to find anything, that's worth notice.
Stand.
Do I at least recognize a language?
Not really. Anyone speak? I gotta figure out what this language is. Hold on.
I can speak to animals.
Well,
Alright, Eliza Thornberry. Calm down a second.
Thornberry!
God damn it.
I want my dwarf to be a redhead now with pigtails.
With, weird, shitty buck teeth and braces and freckles and the dumbest glasses ever.
Dwarf! No, they gotta be dwarf grills. I don't know what that means, but they're dwarf grills.
They're just fucking, pebbles glued to your teeth.
That's right, shiny pebbles.
And then, what, do you have the monkey Darwin with you, or is it some other animal?
Oh, it'd be a dwarven animal. It would be like something normal size, but way smaller, like...
A mole?
A miniature mole? I don't know.
What would you name this miniature mole?
A tiny.
Does he hide in your ass the whole time? Like,
no, what's the dad's name? It's fucking Nigel.
Nigel Thornberry, yeah.
Nigel, that's the name of the rodent.
Nobody speaks
Smashing.
infernal, do they?
Oh, that was one of the ones I was considering, but I chose Abyssal instead.
Oh, so close.
Right?
Nope. Unless Dwarven counts.
No.
I kind of know Spanish. Is there any crossover?
Not a single syllable.
Damn it.
And Dorian kind of pokes over your shoulder, recognizes the language but cannot read it, and asks you to give most of, if not all, the parchment to his apprentice so they can have them back at the castle.
Quiero las papas fritas, por favor.
I don't even know what
He
that
asks
means.
you to please give them to...
I want some french fries, please.
He asks you to give them to the apprentice so she can carry them back to the palace in case they carry any kind of messages about this green knight in them.
You only get paid.
Can you even read those scrolls?
He knows someone who can. With that, are we going to exit?
I mean, there's nothing else here, really, is there?
No. With
We've
that,
gathered all the scrolls here, right?
yes, they've gathered up. As you exit, you find yourself out in the swamp on top of a very large rock that has a vaguely door-framed archway on it that just leads into a small rock hill and goes down into this ruin.
It goes deeper?
No, this is out. As you turn around, you see a stone door.
How far from the camps? Do you think we could see it from here, or?
With some looking and a few hours, you once again.
Sorry, what? You cut out?
After a few hours of looking and using some very lucky skills that some of you may have brought to this endeavor, you
we got lots of survival skills.
do eventually find your camp and boats and proceed to make your way back to the city. That is where we're going to have to end tonight.
Yeah, let's go get paid.
Boom, 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 boom.
Why do I feel like we just fucked up big time?
I had the same bad feeling,
I mean, it depends if you like nature or not.
but I do. I really feel like we fucked up somewhere.
Right?
But you're the only one who knows that.
Right?
Well, to be fair, like that is taking the word of the Dryad, though, and not actually what's going on. But I just
Yeah, but as a half elf, he would be a little more tuned to that.
The wizard is a complete human.
is he,
A human to you,
something just say he's a complete piece of shit.
possibly.
Worst wizard ever, and his apprentice is like 10 times better.
She is pretty awesome.
Alrighty. I'm going to...
Do I still have one of those devices, by the way?
Yes, you still have it in your pack. Go ahead, add it on. It weighs like 0.75 pounds. It's almost a pound.
Sorry, my bad. Can you repeat that?
It weighs 3/4 pound.
Quarter of a pound.
Upon pressing the button, it takes a couple seconds, like 2 seconds, 3 seconds to activate the spring, which sends out the wire in a... What kind of thing do I want to do? 5 foot... I'd say cube almost.
And I'm getting close to my carry weight. Before we actually end the night, I guess thinking my weight, I did pick up one of those packs of equipment from that chest. I want to go through it, and see what I
It's
find
just
in it.
standard explorer's gear.
Explorer's gear. I
So
gotta look what that's in there.
Basically, should be the pack you had. You can look it up under the I tab. Just pretty
Yeah,
good stuff.
I am almost there.
As far as XP goes,
Well, if that's the case, I'll take the rope and then like
right on.
sell the rest.
Okay.
Let me just see here. 2. How much would I get for the rest of the equipment minus the the whole equipment minus the rope?
One moment. Let me see how much one of those vaguely costs. This book, I swear. Minus the rope, you're looking at possibly up to 25 gold.
Awesome.
Today, everybody got an additional 4.
How much?
4 XP.
450? 450? So add that to 900. 1350 for those of you who don't want to
I
math.
have
That's the next level, is 2700.
27. Oh, okay.
That's level 4.
Why do I have that?
I don't know.
I don't know. Mine was the same
So
way.
it's 1350.
Yeah, 1350 is what we
Level
should be
3,
Yeah, I'm at level
Is-
3.
yeah, is 900.
Also,
2700.
Can I get my
question for
hit dice back and my HP back?
As you rest on your way back to town, you gain those back slowly.
All right.
question for the DM. Are you basically doing like everybody gets the same XP at the end of each session, or like are you going to
Unless
hand
I
out
gotta
XP?
think, I will hand out bonus XP for role playing and things you may do in the world. I'll think about it and I'll allot some random XP over the next day or 2.
Gotcha. And when do you think we'll be able to do the next section?
We will find out. It's probably going to be a week or 2, at least. At least not next week.
Aw.
I work too much next week.
So are we back in town then, or is that going to be for the next session?
You are approaching town in the beginning of the next session.
Okay. Nope, no worries. Alrighty, well, I will call it an end to the stream there then.
That's where I'm going. It's sleepy time.
Yep.